From Alumni Field on the campus of WPI, Charter TV3 presents coverage of New England college football. Today it's the Engineers hosting a NEWMAC rival in Catholic University. It's college football here on Charter TV3. And hello everybody, good afternoon. Andy Lacombe alongside the coach, Terry Wallace. And coach, you've got an 0-5 team in Catholic coming to town against 3-2 WPI. The Engineers want to get off to a good start against the Cardinals today and try to get a win going into their bye week.
Absolutely, Andy. And sometimes you play an 0-5 team, they have nothing to lose. You got to be ready for anything. So hopefully WPI have a good effort, have a nice win today.
They'll want to be physical up front. The Cardinals have a very good young quarterback in Brady Berger. He could throw the ball a lot today. Expect some fireworks from Alumni Field. We're back with the opening kickoff right after this.
With my Bay State Savings Bank mobile app, I don't need to drive to a local branch to deposit my money. I can deposit a check just by taking a picture on my phone. Anywhere, anytime. Done. I just saved on gas and saved myself some time. It's a win for everybody.
For everybody?
For everybody.
For everybody?
For everybody.
For everybody.
I know.
Bay State Savings Bank is proud to sponsor the Friday Night Football Frenzy. Bay State Savings Bank. We take banking personally.
Accidents involving distracted driving injured over 400,000 Americans last year. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car or motorcycle accident, before you call your insurance company, call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia. Our attorneys have helped tens of thousands of clients receive millions of dollars in settlements for over 50 years. Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia for a free consultation. We don't get paid unless you do.
Right now, Bertera Nissan's offering several new models, the Nissan Kicks and the Nissan Leaf.
Come down and see us right now for our model year-end closeout event. We have to sell these 2018s, and the rebates are incredible.
Bertera Nissan's also going to offer our local employers better discounts than everybody else. If you currently work for UMass, Fallon, Wyman Gordon, St. Gobain's, and several other companies, we're going to offer you an increased discount above and beyond what everyone else sees. Come on and join us here at Bertera Nissan on Route 20 in Auburn.
Doors. Every door is different. Every door, unique. And each one tells a story. Open a door at Unibank and you'll find a unique place. A bank where we listen to you and find answers. All to help you write your unique success story. Welcome to the new Unibank. Please, after you. Unibank. Bank different. Bank unique. Member FDIC. Member DIF. Equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Alumni Field. The sun coming out here as we get set to start football action, Catholic and WPI. Just prior to the game, the third member of our team, Brenna Wilson, caught up with WPI head coach Chris Robertson.
Coach, what do you have to do today to put a complete game together against Catholic?
For the balance of the first half of the season, we have failed to be consistent with protecting the football, silly penalties, things like that. I think we're little things away from being the team that we want to be. And today's a good day for us to play against a younger team to, try and do the things that we need to do to be the team we want to be for 60 minutes.
Awesome. Thank you. Good luck today.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brenna. The Engineers won the toss. They deferred. They're going to put their defense on the field first. And they are kicking away, and we are underway in Worcester. Ball sails into the end zone for a touchback. Nice kick all the way through there by Eric Firer. He's a kicker and a wide receiver. You'll see him on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, for WPI, they're getting a little bit healthier, but they are banged up, especially up front. They're missing Luca Sarasani, their big nose tackle. Tommy Farraco is expected to see some action in return today. Jack Durolskis, a guy from Algonquin, is out for the year as well, and those guys are having a big year. Here's the challenge today. Brady Berger, he could throw it 50 times today. Averages a little over 35 attempts a game. He's in the shotgun with a man in motion. Quick hitter right away and complete out to the 34-yard line. And that was completed to Willis Cable, sophomore out of Florida.
Yeah, Andy, they just ran a motion to kind of clear out there, and they ran it the inside guy, run a slant. Nice place game right there.
Cable came into the game, 7 catches, 75 yards. Sam Casey, strong safety on the tackle, second and short coming. And the give is to Chance LeGrand. LeGrand, coming off a big game a week ago, carries it for a couple and has a first down. He had 163 all-purpose yards last week in a loss to Coast Guard.
So it looks like Catholic just run a no huddle. It's not really a hurry up. They're just calling the plays from the line of scrimmage.
Berger, a young quarterback, but already with almost 1,200 yards passing here on the season. Engineers coming, they hit LeGrand over the middle. He's got a first down over midfield. Tripped up into Engineers territory, and one thing Chris Roberts said, this quarterback likes to hit his running back out of the backfield.
Yeah, that's just your check down there. Actually pretty good coverage in the secondary, and he had no one there. Nice job of the quarterback hitting his running back, and nice play there.
Lane Merchant coming up with the tackle. He's the leading tackler for the Engineers to this point in the season. 1st and 10 at the WPI 49. Berger gives it off to LeGrand. LeGrand gets the edge and picks up a couple. He's stopped there on the outside. Nice play by the exterior side. That's Tim McQuaid, the former West Boylston star. Here is Catholic up front. Zimmerman, Ridings, Keating, Ryan, and Smith, relatively young up front. McHale White, one of the receivers, Johnny Hecht, Cable, and company back there. And you've already seen Chance LeGrand in there in favor of Nick Esposito at the tailback position. Here's a quick pitch out. Little jet, and not a lot there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's really good defense here with the WPI. You see a lot of teams doing that now, Andy. The reason they do that is because if the guy in motion drops the ball, it's just an incomplete pass, and it can't be a fumble. So that's why they do that.
3rd and 7 after that little pitch to Pedro Garcia, his first touch of the game. Cable goes in motion for Catholic on 3rd down. Now Berger's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. He's up under his center, Ryan Keating. Under 7 seconds now on the play clock. To throw. Berger wrapped up, and he's going down. Sacked on the play. That's Joe Kirkatch. His first full sack of the year.
Yeah, I tell you, that's great, great play.
Up front, there's Kirkatch, Lou Dew, and Mike McGough up front. Lane Merchant, Sam Malafronte, a captain back off of injury. Nick Ostrowski, the Shepherd Hill guy, and Kyle Havey defensively in that linebacking core. Mahan and Whitehouse are leaders in that secondary.
Going back to that play, and it's really good to get pressure. We're only rushing 3, dropping back 8, so that's a good sign for that WPI defense.
That is definitely something that Coach Robertson identified this week. Wanted to get pressure with his defensive line. The punt coming, and takes a favorable Catholic bounce inside the 5-yard line. Going to be downed all the way down to the 1, just inside the 1-yard line. Great job by the punter. That was Ian Macari out of Stamford, Connecticut. Just a freshman. He gets a good punt.
Yeah, great job at coverage. You know, took a nice portable bounce for Catholic. Now you got to set a place here, Andy. You're back against the wall here. You got to be careful because obviously you can get a safety, and so I'm sure they'll come out with something pretty conservative here.
Here's Julian Nyland, the junior quarterback. He's thrown 7 touchdown passes to 8 interceptions. Turnovers a big key, controlling the football for WPI. He's got Sean McAllen, the all-everything running back, in the backfield with him. And he's going to throw to McAllen. First down, he's caught it, and McAllen's in the open field. It's going to be a foot race to the end zone. This is going to go 99 yards for the touchdown. Well, there's something you draw up, Coach.
Yeah,
that's not a bad little call out of first down.
That works really well. Nice wheel pattern here. I believe he came out of the backfield. As soon as he got by the linebacker and the quarterback made a great throw. That was just a foot race, so obviously that he won. That's a great incident. 99-yard touchdown. You don't see those too much. Wow.
Sean McAllen had 14 catches for 123 yards. He just
that's gonna help the
almost
average.
Doubled the average in the total yards there.
Wow, great play.
Spencer on the kick here. He's been good on extra points, and he drills it through And here's another look.
So it's a wheel coming out of the backfield. They fake the rocket look. And Nyland throws a great pass. And great job. You see the wide receiver blocking downfield. That's great to open up a lane. And he's catered by the door. 99 yards. It's a nice wheel. He's got a linebacker on him. It's a good matchup for WPI. The quarterback throws it where he's supposed to throw it and then makes a nice cut move to the middle of the field.
Just nobody out there.
Yeah, great play.
Good block downfield on the exterior.
You know, nice thing, Andy. They ran the rocket look, and you know, so you got to play like you run in a jet sweep.
Yeah.
And, very well designed play.
Would not have thought of a pass coming
No.
there.
Love it though.
Eric Fyer, the receiver, with a big-time block on the outside. It's the longest pass play in WPI history. They set a little history right away.
Good
Here.
stuff.
Wow. Oh, that's a good way to start if you're the Engineers. Now Catholic will have a chance to try to answer. Fyer, who had the block on that last touchdown, kicks it away. This one will be returnable inside the 5-yard line. And coming out, trying to get it back out, he's going to be stopped inside the 15, Jonathan Heck.
Yeah, that's a great job. Anytime you start inside the 25 is outstanding. Now they're inside the 50. That's a great job of the cover team.
So you mentioned something on the last series. WPI came up with a sack to end it. There's Sarasani, the number 99, a big guy in the middle, and they'll miss him. He's out all year.
Oh, wow.
But if they can get pressure with the big guys up front, stunts, twists, coming back in,
right?
It's going to be a long day for young Brady Berger. That's something WPI wants to try to get done. Berger hangs on to it. He's going to throw. Now he's taking a shot. And it is up and incomplete. Just broken up at the last minute. Nicely done, Brian Mahan.
Yeah, it's a great job of defense here. Good play there too, fake, and they try to get the wide receiver on a seam pattern. And notice how the defender goes right through the ball. Excellent defense. You know, Andy, to your point about another great view there. When you rush 3 or 4, you can play your back 7 or 8. It really puts a lot of pressure on the passing game for the opponent. So that's, if you can do it without blitzing, that's a really big advantage.
Chance LeGrand on the carry on second down. Not a lot there. Right up the middle. Mike McGough in on the hit. McGough, the leading sack artist on the WPI defense right now, and there's a man down. Let's check it. It's Malafronte, the captain, who's just come back off of injury. As he gets off under his own power, a little hobble. Bring up third down. Malafronte just started taking reps midweek on Wednesday after coming back from an injury, so
hopefully he'll be okay.
We'll want to get him back in there. Third and call it 8 for the Cardinals. And Berger to throw. Here comes Kirkatch, gets away from him. Now Berger's going to scramble, and he's just tripped up. He was to the outside, and he was gone if he was not tripped up by Carter McClellan.
Yeah, so if you can make Catholic one-dimensional and get pressure on him, you'll have a long day there. And it's great effort here, coming up and taking away, having good containment to the outside. It doesn't look like Catholic will be able to run the ball very well. They're gonna, like you said in the open, they may be throwing it 50 times.
Catholic very much offensively, at least by the numbers, one-dimensional. A couple of running backs there came into the game with 80 yards rushing. And another punt here, a good one, and this one will be returnable. At the WPI 45-yard line, it was taken back by Pesh. And now a chance to look at the WPI offense. Up front, Vince Luca, big, strong guy in the center. Jordan Hartley's a Wachusett guy, a junior. The right guard there, McAllen, who had the touchdown to start things. Lane Zempak, a big physical fullback. Fyer and Rossi, the big play receivers. Billy Mitchell out of Groton Dunstable, doing a nice job as a slot receiver so far this year for the Engineers, who have much better field position for their second offensive play of the game. And Nyland gives it off to McAllen. McAllen hit at the line of scrimmage and will go no further than that. Nice job by Catholic up the middle.
Yeah, just your basic pistol formation, just run an ISO.
Second down and 9.
The Cardinals have been a Division III program since 1977. They played in the Orange Bowl and they beat Mississippi as a Division I team.
Wow.
In the 30s. This is a quick hitter for a yard or two. We'll look at the Cardinals offensive or defensive unit. Moore, Cobb, and Tucker up front. Kamani Turner, Jake Ballard, Brendan Webster, Drew Thomas, the linebackers. Marcelino, Grant, Nacy, and Funaki in the secondary. Now they played in 2 bowl games in their Division I history. Nyland rolling, and he's going to pitch it inside to McAllen. McAllen cannot get away. Up front, a nice job defensively made by Dieter Carrot, Springfield, Virginia freshman.
Yeah, that's a good defensive play. Just looking for him to get up the field on defense so the guy taking the shovel pass can get through, but Catholic played it very well.
And so the Cardinals come up with a big-time stop there on a shorter field, and on the punt now is Spencer Harrington. High snap, controls it. Harrington, spiraling kick, fair caught right at the 15-yard line. Harrington is, according to his coach, improved as a punter as much as anything. Does a nice job getting him inside the 20 there. There's Chris Robertson in his 9th season. Was the varsity baseball coach here the first time around when he was a coordinator for the great coach Ed Zaloom on the football staff here. Zoomer, a former broadcast partner of ours.
I remember him.
Felt like we were doing SEC games when Zoomer was up here.
Yeah, Coach Robinson's done a great job here at WPI.
Berger throwing, pocket collapsing. Berger's going down. It's a sack, and it looks like it's Farraco. So Tommy Farraco back off an injury and getting some pressure on the outside. And it's his first sack of the season.
Yeah, it's a nice job.
Former St. John's guy. Played a little D-end and tight end for John Andrioli's Pioneers. 2nd and long. Throwing out of the end zone is Berger. Gets it to the outside. It's completed, not much there. And that was Mark Sheffers, another freshman. Sheffers is out of Winchendon, Massachusetts. Toy Town.
That's just a hit screen. You hope that one guy misses, and WPI did a nice job rallying to the football to make that really a non-factor.
So 3rd and 21 coming. This is a
good time for a screen or a draw.
Yeah, no-win situation here, really, for Catholic. See what they can come up with. Berger to throw. He's going to come out. He's got a man. It's complete. And falling down inside the 25. He's close to first down yardage, but see where they spot it. They're going to give him the first down. Willis Cable.
Nice job at the quarterback rolling to the right, throwing across his body.
Steps in, and Berger hits Cable over the middle. I don't know about the spot. I think he was well short of the yard to gain, but they give it to him. Big play by Catholic. Berger, pocket collapsing, firing. Cable, he's out of bounds this time.
Yeah, actually the pass protection was much better this time. I wouldn't be surprised if Catholic starts rolling the pocket, just because, you know, he's had so much pressure on him. They got to try to combat that.
There's Tim McQuaid, the former West Boylston star. He's in there for Aaron Whitehouse, who's battled some injury. Whitehouse, the leading interceptor. 3 interceptions for him on the early going, and McQuaid playing in a big role here against the passing team. Berger throwing out of the backfield, has his receiver, a big running back, powering out for good yardage, Brian Malera.
Yeah, that's just basically your tailback swing pass there. You know, hope he gets the edge, and he did. And he, you know, run ahead, put his head down, a nice 11-yard gain.
Malera's a freshman. A lot of freshmen on this Catholic team. They are built for the future. With their quarterback, Berger, being just a sophomore. Berger keeps it. And Berger over midfield. He's going to slide down there as pressure was coming in the form of Blaine Merchant, but it's a first down for Brady Berger.
Yeah, that's a nice zone read. You see, Andy, how he's reading the defensive end, number 9. If he goes for the ball carry, he just pulls and runs the ball. Very nice read by the quarterback. One of the staple plays in spread offense these days.
Brady Berger seems to be getting better as the season goes on. He had a good game last week against Coast Guard.
Coming pressure.
Pressure coming up the middle, and they were looking for a back who was taken down as the ball went by him.
Good defense there. Yeah, WPI came with pressure, I think, for the first time in the game, and they had a good play call for a screen, but WPI defense snuffed it out. It was good defense.
And there's Malafronte coming up the middle, so he's back on the field after coming off gingerly on the last series. Now with a young quarterback and a passing team, you're not really playing them to run, but WPI just sending their first pressure, as you mentioned, of the game. They're showing blitz again.
Yeah, they come.
And it's a handoff to Millar. Millar to the outside. He's knocked out of bounds by Nick Ostrowski after a pickup of 6 on the play.
Yeah, it's a good job by the right side of their line. They set the edge there for a little sweep. So now it's third and manageable for Catholic.
Good little drive going. This started at the 15-yard line for Berger and the Cardinals. Man moved in front, and they're going to get a 5-yard penalty against Catholic.
See, these are killers. When you have a young football team, 3rd and 4, you get your whole playbook's in. 3rd and 9, it limits what you can call. And it doesn't look like much. Well, it's a hidden yardage where it really bites you. Be interested to see if WPI sends pressure this time. They've been kind of falling back, just hoping with the 3 or 4 guys to get it, and they have so far.
Catholic just pulled Tommy Ryan, who committed the penalty out of the game, and replaced him. And now it's 3rd and 8. Berger to throw. Just 3 coming. Berger steps up. He's going to have to run, and he's going down short of first down yardage. And he was brought down by Lou Du.
You may see them go for it here. Young team here, 0-5. You don't have much to lose. Show a little confidence in your offense. 4th and 4. No, they're going to punt.
Punting unit coming back out. The right tackle for Catholic, Michael Smith, listed as just 222 pounds.
Wow.
And so now on the punt is Ian McCarry. Macari, excuse me. It's a fake. Comes back. It's a lineman running the football, and he's going down short. Now flag flew.
It's going to be a procedure. So they decline that. So, Andy, here's my take on that. If you're going to go for it with your offense. You know what I mean? In that situation, you're not really fooling them.
All right, WPI's offense back on the field. Let's go down to Brenna Wilson on the sidelines. Brenna.
Yeah, this is a big game for WPI. Not only is it a conference game, but WPI heads into a bye week next week. And as head coach Chris Robertson told us earlier this week, you don't want to be heading into a bye week with a loss because you'll be thinking about that for the next 2 weeks.
Thank you, Brenna.
That's a good point, Brenna.
Yeah, thank you. That's something he definitely identified when we met with him in a downpour earlier this week. Brenna and I coming up here to Alumni Field. Here's Nyland going deep, looking for Fire, and Fire's got it. A little back shoulder action inside the 25, a big pickup.
It's a penalty.
We'll check the flag back by the line of scrimmage.
But getting back to the last play of the punt, Andy, 4th and 4 there. You know, I mean, you're not going to really fool the team. They're in punt safe, you know, on the 42-yard line. In my opinion, I'd rather just go for it. Take a chance with your offense. Looks like this might be coming back. Yeah,
it is going to be a hold against the Engineers.
Good ball, like you said, Andy. Back shoulder. Nice adjust to the football by the wide receiver. Now it's 1st and long.
Well, it is the second penalty rather, against the Engineers.
So here, set 1st and 20. You want to try to get half of it back. You don't need to get all 20. You got a couple more downs after this. So screen, draw, trap, all that stuff's in play.
Ball spotted just outside the 30. Nyland in a 4-receiver set, throwing. And incomplete, looking for Nick Rossi on the far side.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't really have a good grip on the ball when he threw the ball there. Took off on him. Tried to throw it a little bit too fast.
Rossi has 5 touchdowns on the season. He's been the one of the big play guys in this offense. Second down. 2 backs now with Nyland. The give is to McGowan. McGowan to the outside, not a lot of room there. He's able to surge ahead for about 4.
Yeah, you know, Catholic did a nice job here. You know, 2nd and 20, what you're trying to do for WPI is set the edge and try to get around the corner. And they really strung it out and played well, came up and rallied to the football. So now you got 3rd and 16, so you might see some crossing patterns here. Or again, screen still in play. See if Catholic comes with pressure.
Now calling out the signals. He's going to throw. Pocket collapsing. Has a man in Rossi over the 40. Rossi trying to get away from a defender, and he's going to get wrapped up there. And the ball may have come loose. 4th down signaled. It'll be WPI football. It was recovered by the Engineers as the ball was loose.
Yeah, it's a good job by Catholic here. See, once he gets stopped, everybody's taught to rip the ball. And a good job by WPI jumping on. That could have been a big turnover.
And so the Engineers will be forced to punt. Catholic doing a heck of a job defensively after giving up the touchdown on the first play of the game for the Engineers offensively. Harrington to kick. It is a good one. Going to take a Catholic bounce and now an Engineer bounce inside the 25-yard line. Will be down by WPI. Catholic has the ball when we come back after this short break.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.
Welcome back. WPI on top of Catholic, 7-0, 1 minute 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Andy Lacombe, Terry Wallace, and Brenna Wilson with you from Alumni Field in Worcester, Massachusetts on a crisp fall day. Berger's give is to LeGrand. Chance LeGrand is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, WPI there came with a 5-man front. Maybe they had some tendencies there where they run the football. There was a good defensive scheme there, and they ran the ball and they lose a couple yards, so that's good. 2nd and long.
LeGrand lost 3 on the play. This Engineer defense, again, banged up in the front 7, but still playing really good football. And they're coming here with just 3 guys. Rolling out is Berger, and Franco, his presence forces him to get rid of it, and it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down coming.
Yeah, very impressed by WPI's pressure. They're really making a quarterback run for his life, and again, you know, he doesn't want to be running for his life. He wants to stay in the pocket and, you know, be able to look at the field. So, and they're doing a lot of blitzes, which is great, like we talked about earlier.
Max Murphy showed great spark up the middle, the defensive tackle. Got good penetration on that last play. 3rd and long coming. Berger to throw. Pressure off the edge, and Merchant, he's going to get him. Lane Merchant with the sack. And the WPI defense comes up with another big play.
Yeah, it's a nice scheme there. It's like a tail whip. The outside linebacker comes off the edge undetected. The protection goes to the left, and there's no one to pick him up. They sent 2 guys at the offensive tackle. He's got to pick one, and the key is you just got to get to him, and he did. That's a great play.
Merchant, his first sack of the season, the leading tackler for the Engineers coming in. From his own end zone is Macquarie. And pretty good punt, angle to the sideline, and going to bounce out of bounds on the Catholic side of the field, but no return out to the 46-yard line.
Yeah,
pretty good field position here for WPI.
Yeah, that's true. And now, you know, you're on the plus side of the field, so you can, you know, Might even go for a shot here on first down.
It was the big play to McAllen on the first offensive play from scrimmage for WPI at the 1 yard line. Went for 99 yards, and that is the difference in the game. A program record for passing touchdown. And this will probably be the last play of the first quarter. A little pitch out on the jet, and the ball comes loose at the end. And Catholic has recovered the football. Let's see, they're going to rule him down. It was Billy Mitchell on the jet. And we are going to go to the end of 7-0. WPI. Now wait a second, they are putting some time on the clock perhaps here. As they continue to talk it over, we're going to take the break. That's the quarter. 7-0 WPI.
Providing our customers with the highest level of quality, service, and value. Pucci's Fine Jewelry, 205 West Boylston Street in West Boylston. Looking for a local lender you can trust? Come to Milford Federal. Our great rates, low closing costs, and personalized customer service have made us your family financial center for over 130 years. Apply online or visit us at one of our branches today.
Sullivan Group is an insurance and risk management services firm based in Worcester for over 60 years.
Our company values are family values.
Committed to our clients and finding them the best solutions.
Committed to being independent.
Committed to our community.
We live here, we work here, we volunteer here.
The Sullivan Insurance Group.
Committed to excellence.
And we're underway in the second quarter. The give up the middle to McAllen. And he is gang tackled after a couple. Let's take a look at that last play.
Just a jet, and Catholic does a nice job stringing it out.
And a clear fumble.
Yeah, they got away with one there.
And Engineers retain possession.
Lucky there wasn't replay on that one.
No replay yet in the NEWMAC. Thank goodness. I'm not sure what you think about replay. It sometimes
takes forever.
Just gets in the way. 3rd and long coming. Here's Nyland. Has a man to the edge and broken up. Nice defense there on the outside from Catholic's Jake Marcelino, a senior out of Pembroke, Mass.
Yeah, that's just your basic comeback pattern. And again, sometimes defensive players make good plays, and he made a nice play on that.
Well, into the game is the punter again.
Seems like both defenses kind of settled in on Andy so far after that big play from WPI to start the game.
Spencer Harrington stands at his own 42. Gets into a high kick, fair catch signal, and it's going to angle out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So Harrington does his job getting it inside the 20 again. Field position such a key part of this game, and WPI doing a good job right now. They were given a tough field on their first possession, turned that around quickly, but since then, they've had the better of it.
They sure have, and defense is really, the defensive line has really taken over the game so far for WPI. Like we've alluded to, they've really put pressure on the passer, and they're a passing team, so that's a key. Now they're in pistol, something a little different.
Nice fall day here on the campus of WPI, just off of Park Ave in Worcester. The give is to Chance LeGrand, and LeGrand going almost nowhere, and he was brought down immediately by Lou too.
Yeah, they really haven't much success running the football, but you got to continue to try, because you just can't come back and just throw the ball every play and just have them pin their ears back and come get you. So I'd look for them maybe to roll the pocket like I mentioned and try to give him a new angle to throw the ball.
Lou Dew doing a nice job replacing Sarasani, who had 3 sacks, 15 tackles before he was hurt. Here comes the heat, and it forces an incompletion. Merchant got to the quarterback again, along with some of his friends.
Yeah, they're just having their way with it, and they got Catholic doesn't come up with anything, then this quarterback's just going to be running for his life the whole game.
Larry Cafaro has been in that backfield a couple of times too, number 9. Linebackers coming. 3rd and long. It's been a familiar situation for Brady Berger and the Catholic offense here in the first half. Berger to throw. LeGrand on the screen, blocks in front, gets away from one, and Nick Ostrowski's going to bring him down shy of the first down. It'll be 4th and a long 2 coming up.
Yeah, it's good defense here. Anytime you got a running back in space, it's concerning as a defense, and it's a nice sure tackle, sure of the first down marker. Forcing a punt.
Catholic just has some young guys on that offensive line. They seem to maybe not be in some of the spots they should be on all those plays, but you know, the thing about youth is they get more experience, more time. This could be a very, very tough team down the road. Still very dangerous right now. Mackery with the punt, and it is received and taken down immediately. Flag does fly. Austin Pesch, fearless. Check the penalty. It's right back by where the ball was caught. Looks like to be against WPI. No, it was a personal foul. Dead ball against Catholic.
That's a big break.
Tough to tell.
I don't see much there.
I don't know if it was there. It must have been somewhere else. Good field position again for WPI. McAllen trying to come back up the middle. Now he bounces it to the outside. Still on his feet inside the 40, inside the 30, and it's first down yardage for McAllen. Finally ridden out of bounds deep into Catholic territory.
Yeah, that's good. Just come out pistol and just run your basic ISO play. And gets to the edge and nice hard run. Like the way he bounces this out. The Catholic did a nice job kind of balling up and you know, finishing going forward as a running back. It's always good to see.
McAllen rushed for more yards than anyone else in WPI history in a single season last year. Connor Field was supposed to be his battery mate back there, though he was hurt in the preseason. This one throwing downfield and almost intercepted. That one overthrown, and the closest man was Tommy Antonucci for Catholic.
Decent scheme there. I think you had the flat open on that too, but try to hit the post down the middle.
So the challenge for McAllen is with not having Field there, as he has been the sole feature back for WPI. They do have a pretty good freshman in Brandon Wynn, but McAllen gets the bulk of the carries.
Yeah, they got unbalanced here to the right.
They go to McAllen. The block of Sakowicz in front of him, and he's down to the 25-yard line, maybe 2 on the play. WPI trying to keep a drive going here. Chris Robertson talked about putting a complete game together and needs his offense to have get a little momentum. Here's Nyland to throw. Downfield. Incomplete.
Great
almost effort. A great catch. And it'll be 4th down. Coming down, that was Rossi, who could not come down and secure it.
Yeah, good look, good ball. Just missed him. Great effort on the outside. So now you're in, you know, when you take a 42-yard field goal, you go for it 4th and 8. That's really your choice here, and looks like they're going to go.
Now it's in Harrington's range. It's on the tail end of his range, so they are going to go for it. 4 receivers set.
Watch some type of crossing pattern here.
And here's Nyland. Nyland's going to step into it. It's got a man wide open. Rossi's into the end zone for a touchdown. And it's number 6 on the season for Nick Rossi. The Engineers extend their lead.
Yeah, that's a great vision by the quarterback there, keeping his head down the field. And then the busted coverage is wide open, hits him for a touchdown.
And so WPI completes a drive. Just 46 yards overall on the short field on the drive, but They complete a drive, and now Harrington to kick, and it is up, and it is through. 14-0 Engineers early second quarter.
Holy Cross football is back in Worcester. Don't miss family fun and Division I football right in your backyard. Tickets start at just $15. Visit goholycross.com/tickets or call 1-844-GO-CROSS.
So the quarterback Nyland's running up to the line of scrimmage, keeps his head down the field, busted coverage, wide open. That happens sometimes. You run all hitches, and then one guy goes long, they're playing a hitch, and 4th and 8, and you see how his head's down the field, looking up the whole time. That's what you want as a coach, as your quarterback, to do that. And sometimes guys break like that, and you hit them, and it's a touchdown. Great job.
Nyland's still a pretty good threat to run. He had Rossi wide open, but he did freeze a linebacker back there a little bit when he started running through that hole. The problem with those dual threat quarterbacks, you have to kind of respect both sides.
Absolutely.
Fire to kick. This one taken right around the 2 by Jeffers. And he's back over the 20, about a 20-yard return for the Cardinals, who have moved the ball a little bit offensively, but nothing to show for it so far. Let's go down to Brenna Wilson for a report from the sidelines. Brenna.
The 1983 football team will be honored at the half. The team went undefeated, finishing the year 8-0 under head coach Bob Weiss. That was the last time an Engineer football team went undefeated. And to commemorate this day, current head coach Chris Robertson had coins made at Washburn Lab here at WPI for each member of the team.
Very nice, classy move.
That is good stuff. There's a completion, perhaps, over the middle. No, they're going to say now incomplete. Yeah, it's good to have a nice engineering school. See, look at that. Nice 1983, undefeated, and it's a big coin. It's a hefty coin. Yeah. Yeah, some of our guys were trying to get Doritos from the vending machine with that, and it did not work out. 2nd and 10 coming for Berger and the Cardinals. He's looking outside, and Cable didn't turn quite around. It's incomplete.
Yeah, you can see that Catholic, like you alluded to, Andy, very young football team. They're making young football team mistakes. They seem like they're not always on the same page, and when you get a team that's superior to you, that really can make a difference. So now, if you're WPI, they're going to throw the ball here, so you just can come back, pin your ears back, and go get them.
Berger is a threat to run the football. We just saw him run once for a first down earlier in the game. He fires this one, almost intercepted. Mahan was closest and had 3 interceptions against this Catholic team a year ago. And WPI will force another punting situation. Nick Ostrowski in the defense coming off. Ostrowski, one of my favorites from Shepherd Hill, outstanding linebacker. Remember him playing just a gutty game against St. John's, and it was not a game that went well for Shepherd Hill on the scoreboard. But he was all over the football field. And now flag flies and motion against Catholic.
Again, these hidden yardage plays, it doesn't look like much, but it's now the 5 yards that you might have to cover here. They add up in a game.
Hey, settle down, do your job, okay?
Makes it just a little more difficult for Ian Macari, who's been pretty darn good here for Catholic, punting the football in the first half. Probably out there a few more times than his coaches would want him to be.
Exactly. So Andy, you talked about Coach Robinson wanting a complete game. Well, this is where you do it, okay? It's 14-0. You say to your team, you want to be 28-0 going into the locker room. So you got to, get a couple. You're going to have good field position here and just put your throat on teams when you have them down.
Macari to kick. This one is high. Fair catch was signaled for, and it'll go out of bounds at the 45 of Catholic. Not a great kick there. College football on Charter TV3 is presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia and by Bay State Savings Bank. Little extra coaching going on the sideline there. Mike Gatelius in his first season with the Catholic Cardinal. There's a give to McAllen. McAllen shoots through a hole. He's inside the 40. The ball came loose late. And a scramble for it. Signal from Catholic as they have the football.
Ball carries McAllen.
And they don't. WPI got it back. It was recovered by the Engineers.
Someone's down
at the bottom of the pile by Clark Ewan. And as an injured player, that might be McAllen.
Yeah, the ball's definitely out. Someone might have fallen on his legs.
Credit Ewan for fighting to get that football back. This is a big concern if you're WPI, as the leader of your offense, Sean McAllen, is on the ground.
You said that they're thin anyway, right, at the running back position?
Yeah, Field is hurt. Brandon Wynn is the a freshman who gets some of the carries after McAllen. And Mike DeSavage and the athletic training crew tending to him. Ball spotted just shy of first down yardage, and now McAllen's going to pop up. But he's being helped off the field. Not a great sign for WPI.
No, that doesn't look too good. Very gingerly walking off the field. Unfortunately, in a game of football, it's time someone else has got to step up and get the job done.
And
second and one handy. Perfect time to go for a shot down the field. You got nothing to lose.
Shotgun set and the give. Cutting back, it is Wynn. He's going to have the first down. Picked up a yard. That's all he needed. Brandon Wynn.
Yeah, this is your old student body right out of USC. You see everyone pulling. And actually, Catholic does a nice job stuffing it. Looked like it would be a play that would gain a lot more than it did.
Wynn's a freshman out of Tewksbury, Mass. Sakowicz is in there with him, number 44.
Look for ISO here at a pistol.
Allen fakes the give and looking downfield. Flushed out of the pocket's going to have to get rid of it. It's complete. Completed on the outside to Ewan. Picked up 3 on the play.
Good idea there. They've been running the ball mostly out of that formation, so it's a good idea to have play action pass. And Catholic actually put a lot of rush on quarterback Nyland. Had the rush. Good completion. We'll take 3 yards.
Chris Robertson singling out Ewan when we met with him this week. Guy they said to watch for. Rossi and Fire are their big play guys with Mitchell, and then Ewan's there as well. The give is to Wynn right up the middle. Wynn strong running. And you see the Cardinals trying to strip that football, but Wynn drives it all the way down, maybe a yard shy of first down yardage.
That's a really unique formation, Andy. Usually you don't see pistol with 2 backs behind him. The reason you would do that is so the fullback is straight in the middle so he can go to either side. It doesn't give a defensive strength. But they're just a power play there. That's a good run.
Wynn got about 4.5 on the play, so 3rd and 2 coming.
You're probably in 4-down territory here, so you got 2 plays to make the first down.
And the give is to Wynn. A flag does fly. Blocks up front. Wynn got the first down. We'll have to check the penalty. He ran over the right side. Picked up good yardage.
Someone else hurt.
And now it's Sakowicz who's down for the Engineers. Offsides is the call against Catholic, so it'll be a first down regardless for WPI as the Engineers training staff attends to Sakowicz. Connor Sakowicz is a senior out of Lynn.
Looks like he just got leg whipped, or his right knee got stuck as he going through. Just one of those unfortunate things. the left leg of the number 52. You can see that there, and the knee's not supposed to go that way. So hopefully he'll be okay.
Now the Engineers training staff, Mike DeSavage, out there again. He's going to have some more guys to tend to. Sakowicz gets a hand coming off to Savage, and
it's unfortunate because they started getting their isolation game going pretty good, just power running, and he was a main reason for being the lead blocker.
Savage and his team, Tim Harold, Taylor Capsamalis, Shanna Dalton, are going to be busy this week. A couple big offensive guys for WPI's football team. Fakes the give to win. Nyland to throw to the outside, complete to Rossi inside the 20, and he's dragged down there almost immediately. Nice job by Matt Grant, the cornerback, making the tackle for Catholic.
So that's a play where the outside receiver sits and the inside receiver runs a flag, and just as a quarterback, you just read the corner. If the corner stays off, you throw the ball to the outside guy. If he comes up, you throw it to the flag.
Second down. Call it 6 for WPI. Island, quick hitter to the outside, Rossi. Rossi's inside the 10, and he's fighting for an extra yard or two. He's got the first down. It'll be first and goal for the Engineers.
Yeah, just a hitch pattern. Just throws it on his cut here and hits him, and gets a few more yards after the catch. Got first and goal.
First and goal for the 8.
Now it looks on the near sideline that they're spraying down and taping up McAllen.
That's good.
Might be a pretty good sign for him. And for the WPI. First and goal here. Nyland looking, throwing to the corner. It's going to be incomplete. Pressure was coming up the middle. Big guy coming up the middle for Catholic was Zach Tucker, a 6'3" sophomore.
Well, as a coaching standpoint, you throw it where either you're going to catch the ball, it's going to be incomplete. So that's a good pass in that regard.
Second down coming, second and goal, the Engineers. They got the couple big guys back there, big fullback back there in number 42, Stephen Peterson. The give goes up the middle, and there's nothing there. Win carrying, and nothing there. Third down coming. Peterson's out of Maynard, by the way, the big fullback. That name sounds familiar in central Massachusetts. 6.5 minutes left here in the first half. 14-0 WPI. Engineers looking for more. Third and goal. Island throwing to the end zone. Secured for the touchdown. Yes, touchdown. And the Engineers have added the touchdown strike to Clark Ewan.
Yeah, it's a good ball, good high point catch there by the wide receiver. Just, man-to-man coverage there.
Ewan coming on and making his presence felt, especially in that last drive. Harrington now for the extra point. Kick is up, and it splits them 21-0. WPI 6:12 left here in the first half.
This is your basic just fade pass, one step and throw. You can see here the receiver high points the ball, and that's the way you're supposed to do it. Actually, pretty good defense, makes a nice catch.
Yeah, good ball by the quarterback, huh,
yep,
Coach?
Right, throws it right up in the spot where you got to get it, and he high points it. Nice, well-executed play.
Yeah, unlucky if you're the defensive back, Jake Marcelino. That one was perfect ball and good little box out, if you will, a little basketball move from Ewan. Brenna Wilson with an update on the sidelines.
Yeah, Sean McAllen is listed as probable to return, so we can keep an eye out for him. Connor Sakowicz, however, they're still trying to figure out if he's going to be questionable or if he's going to be able to come back at all.
All right, Brenna, thank you. You can see from our vantage point the work being done on McAllen. He's going to put his sock back on and probably get back out there. There's Firer's kick, taken at the 6-yard line by Sheffers. Sheffers with a seam, but taken down quickly as it closed down around the 27-yard line. Good return, and Catholic gets the ball back with 6:04 to play in the first half.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Roberts is pretty happy with the effort thus far. Hasn't been perfect, but it's been effective. Defense has played outstanding, and offensively has been very efficient. So now you just want to make sure you keep Catholic off the scoreboard here. You got a great first half.
Now Brady Berger had a pretty quick start for Catholic, but the Engineers have held him in check since. He's in the shotgun on 1st and 10. The give up the middle, the big fella running and picking up good yardage there. Again, it's Brian Malara, who's been the leading rusher in the early going for Catholic.
That's a good call by Catholic. Like I mentioned before, they're going to continue to try to run the ball a little bit, even if they're not effective, and they just got WPI there.
First down at the 40-yard line. Berger 6 of 14 for 65 yards so far. 7 of 15 as he hits his man to the outside. And picking up a couple on the play, that's Johnny Hitch. And Hecht picking up a couple. Second down. Trying to get a little momentum here, the Cardinal offense. Berger looking downfield. He has time this time. Now he's scrambling to the outside, being chased. Got room to run and is going to get out of bounds. Looks like maybe right near the sticks at midfield. They're going to give him the first down.
That's a good job, Andy, as quarterback. What he did at the end of the run, you'll see he stretches the ball so that when you mark the football, the ball gets, it's not where you go out of bounds, it's where the ball goes. You'll see here he'll extend the ball with his left hand. It's a savvy football play there. Got the first down for him. Pretty composed for a sophomore.
And this is one of the things he can do. He can scramble, and he likes to hit the running backs out of the backfield. Those are the things that WPI identified.
Screen.
Pressure coming, looking for Malara, and pressure maybe just too quick there for WPI as McGough was coming quickly up the middle. Second down coming. Now, Brenna Wilson mentioned at halftime they honored the 1983 WPI football team, 8-0, only undefeated team in the history of Engineer football. Handoff is to Malara up the middle. Malara with room. Ball's out. Still loose. And let's see who's recovered it. The Engineers have it. Recovered by Nick Ostrowski. And the big play goes for naught. WPI gets the ball back on the turnover.
Yeah, they hit it good, but good job by WPI. Let's see if they rip the ball. Just a good form tackle there. And
popped loose by Sam Casey.
Yeah, good job, and they're on the spot. So you got 420, Andy. Again, like we talked about before, 28-0. You know, would be the goal here. So see if WPI can throw another one in there.
Big weekend at WPI. You got the 83 team, and they had a guy, an alum, win the BattleBots World Championship last night.
Wow.
Built a robot and won the whole competition. Throwing, Nyland, complete. And knocked out of bounds to Billy Mitchell over the 45-yard line.
That's a nice play scheme right there.
Call it 17 yards and a first down. Former Groton Dunstable star Mitchell.
Great pass here. They fake the play action. They pull the guard, and he throws it right on the sideline where he's going to go. Very nice job. Very well designed.
Be first down, under 4 minutes to play now in the first half. The give is to Wynn. Wynn up the middle for 3 into the center of that defense.
It seems like, Andy, the Wynn kid is more, you know, tackle runner, so they kind of change up a little bit. not trying to get to the perimeter as much. You got to go with the strengths of your players. So that's a good job.
Probably won't see McGowan here in the remainder of the first half. He's still on the training table. May not need him for a little while. Fake the give to Mitchell. The give is to Wynn. Wynn. Helmet's on the ground. Wynn still charging. He's over midfield. Going to be a couple yards short of first down yardage. But the Tewksbury native getting some run, making the most of it.
Like this, so it's misdirection. You're faking the jet, and then you come back and run counter back the other way. A lot of moving parts there for the defense to have to figure out. So doesn't look like much, but again, very effective football play.
Clock stopped at now it's moving back to close to 3 minutes left here in the first half. Big third down coming up for WPI. Big in the sense that they want to keep their offense on the field. Rossi in motion. The give is to Wynn. Wynn takes on a tackle up the middle, and he surges forward on the second effort, and it's going to have a first down.
Yeah, as a coach, that's how you want your running backs to finish runs. He was literally stopped yard and a half before the first down, and he finishes it going forward. You can see, watch his legs going forward. That's what you want as a coach. Great job.
Takes on the hit from Dieter Carrot and drives forward for the first down. 44-yard line is where it's spotted of the Catholic Cardinals. Nyland gets the quick snap out to Rossi inside the 40, and Marcelino rides him out of bounds there.
Yeah, watch Andy coming up. They might be setting up a smash and go. In other words, they'll take a hitch, he'll stop, and then turn his head back to the quarterback and then try to go by the defender, because they've been hitting a lot of those hitches.
Ball's at the 39, 5-yard pickup, and it's second down. Catholic showing pressure, bring a delayed blitz, throwing downfield for Rossi, almost intercepted, and Rossi became the defender on the play. Marcelino had great position.
Yeah, this is great defense. I was watching it come all the way down the field. He doesn't turn his head until the receiver turns his head, and that's exactly how you're coached. And see, he has his body between the ball and him, and can't play any better defense than that.
Marcelino's been challenged here, the senior from Pembroke. 3rd and 5 coming for WPI. Nyland to the outside. He was looking for Firer. It's incomplete. Bring up 4th and 5. An interesting decision for Chris Robertson as the offense still on the field.
Yeah, kind of in no man's land here. You know, if you punt the ball in the end zone, you gain 19 yards. Offense has been, doing very well. I'd go for it too.
They keep the offense on the field for a 4th down try.
Empty.
Catholic bringing the heat, throwing, and I think that's incomplete. Intended for Wynn. I think I say the ball skipped off the ground. The Cardinals hold defensively.
Yeah, it's still a good call. It's a good spot to go for it there. Your defense has been playing great.
So Catholic will get the ball at their own 44. Down 21. Last drive was stopped by a fumble. As the Cardinals were moving, they have 112 total yards to WPI's 234 total yards to this point in the contest. Here is Catholic's Berger. Standing straight up in the backfield, hits Chance LeGrand from the backfield, and LeGrand's out to the 47, shy of the first down.
That was a heck of a design there, Andy. They ran a drag across, and they had the back come out opposite of that. That's a real good football play there.
Clock running. It stopped at 128 rather, and Berger to throw. Long throw to the outside and incomplete. Intended for White out there. It'll be 3rd down. Mikhail White, who came into the game as the leading receiver, 15 catches for Catholic. Berger with a 4-receiver set here.
LeGrand,
the running back.
Yep.
Berger to throw.
The
Pockets collapsing. There's LeGrand again. LeGrand has a first down over midfield, and Ostrowski brought him down after that.
It's the second time they did that in this drive. They send a crossing pattern across, and then they have the back come out opposite to where he came from.
Berger back in that shotgun. Looking downfield, going deep over the middle, and almost intercepted by Brian Mahan, who got a hand on it. They were looking downfield for Jeffers.
Yeah, the key there was the pass rush up the front. The quarterback got hit as he threw the ball. And, you know, anytime a quarterback's under duress, it's hard to throw the ball deep down the middle.
1:04 to play. Stay with us at halftime. Brenna Wilson has an interview with the athletic director from WPI. Engineers are having a good fall in a lot of sports. Here's Berger.
Pressure.
It's coming. Merchant was held. He knows it. They hit LeGrand. Now a flag flies. We'll see what that is. LeGrand's got a first down inside the 30. And we'll see. The referee is probably going to call Merchant for unsportsmanlike. It looked like he was clearly held. And he may have said something to the official.
Yeah, I think you're right, Andy. Anytime you see a flag go that high, it's usually something like unsportsmanlike.
There's a little extra behind it.
Yeah, there's a little emphasis with it. As you see, that was a well-thrown, good call. That's exactly right, Andy.
Chris Robertson wants an explanation. He's not going to get one. Merchant, you see it on the top of the screen there. He went right to the referee and said, "Guy, I was held." And the referee did not appreciate it. 1st and 10 inside the 15. Chance for Catholic here to the end zone to Jeffers, incomplete. This would be a big spot for the Cardinals if they can get on the board.
Sure would, Andy, because, you know, you've been totally outplayed in the first half, and all of a sudden you punch a score in. You're only down 2 scores. You have a ray of hope.
WPI gets it to start the 3rd quarter. Remember, the Engineers deferred after winning the coin toss. Berger in the shotgun. 3 backs around him. Berger going to the corner of the end zone and incomplete. He was looking for Hecht.
Yeah, it's a tough ball to catch like that, but very well thrown again in a spot where only the receiver will catch it.
He had a chance. There's no question about it. Just could not get it. See Johnny over there, the blonde flowing locks out of the back of his helmet. See if he can get another chance here. 3rd and 10.
Watch 2 coming out of the backfield again.
Berger, he's going right to him, to LeGrand. LeGrand can make some moves. He's down inside the 5. 36 seconds on the clock. And the clock's still moving. See where they spotted. He's just shy of the 5, so it'll be 4th down coming up. Clock is moving. Catholic has timeouts, and now they use one.
Yeah, you want to make sure you got the right play call there.
They let a lot of time come off. I know it's a 4th down coming up. 16 seconds to play in the first half. College football on Charter TV3 brought to you by NEWMAC, by the Sullivan Group, by Pucci's Fine Jewelry, Milford Federal, and Harrington Physician Services. See Chris Robertson, I think he's still talking about the unsportsmanlike call, or the holding that led to the unsportsmanlike call. He's getting a chance now to talk to the officials about it.
Yeah.
C-Rob is he's a classy guy, one of the best out there.
Yeah, he's definitely a great guy. You know, and you gotta just fight for your players. I think what happened is he probably did get held, and refs they don't see everything, and he just got frustrated. And then sometimes you say something or you argue, and like we mentioned, when you threw the flag that high, it's pretty obvious. Now, this is an interesting formation. They come on this a couple times. Just to call this pistols full. So watch a run here.
Big play here for the Cardinals on 4th and short. Give us the LeGrand. He's hitting the backfield, gets outside, still on his feet, and too much. The Engineers swarmed the football. Ostrowski and company, Tim McQuaid, the locals, coming up with a tackle, and WPI holds.
Yeah, it's a great stop there. You know, great penetration here. That's the key. You bounce it to the outside. You got all kinds of help out there. And look at them rallying to the football. A lot of gray helmets to the ball. That's how you want to coach defense. It's a great job.
Credit Lou Dew, who's had a great game in the middle of the football field with the first hit.
Yeah, anytime you go in 4th and short and you bounce it to the outside, the advantage definitely goes to the defense for sure.
WPI will get out in the victory formation, or the kneel here, to run the last play of the first half. And time will expire with the Engineers leading 21-0 after the first half of play. Catholic really fought hard, had a chance at the end of that first half, but did not come away with points. And WPI will get the ball to start the third quarter. Chris Robertson will definitely have some things to say to his team at the break. Not quite the total first half that he'd want, but there's still plenty of football left.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Coach Robertson can certainly say, you know, we had a nice stop here in the red area, which is great, and then offensively offense was decent. But, you know, there were some mistakes made, but 21-0 at halftime, you can take that, especially if you're getting the ball.
Pretty good stuff. Let's go down to Brenna Wilson with Coach.
Coach, offense is clicking right now. What do you have to do to kind of keep this momentum rolling into the second half?
Well, I think that we've played a good first half. You know, despite the score, I don't think we're playing our best football. We made a lot of mistakes. We've stalled out on offense. We made some mistakes on defense, which has allowed them to kind of, I think they have momentum. And then, fortunately, we've been able to take it away. We've been able to continue to move the football, put the ball in the end zone without some key players on offense, too. So, you know, second half, I don't want any turnovers. I don't want the penalties. Same things we talked about before the game, and that's what we'll talk to the team about at halftime.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, the ever serene Chris Robertson. I'm sure he'll deliver a little fire at halftime, and his Engineers with a 21-0 lead over Catholic. We're back with halftime activities, Brenna Wilson's interview, statistics and highlights after these commercial messages.
With my Bay State Savings Bank mobile app, I don't need to drive to a local branch to deposit my money. I can deposit a check just by taking a picture on my phone. Anywhere, anytime. Done. I just saved on gas and saved myself some time. It's a win for everybody.
For everybody?
For everybody.
For everybody? For everybody.
For everybody.
I know.
Bay State Savings Bank is proud to sponsor the Friday Night Football Frenzy. Bay State Savings Bank. We take banking personally.
Accidents involving distracted driving injured over 400,000 Americans last year. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car or motorcycle accident, before you call your insurance company, call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia. Our attorneys have helped tens of thousands of clients receive millions of dollars in settlements for over 50 years. Don't stand alone against the big insurance companies. Call the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia for a free consultation. We don't get paid unless you do.
Right now, Bertera Nissan's offering several new models, the Nissan Kicks and the Nissan Leaf.
Come down and see us right now for our model year-end closeout event. We have to sell these 2018s, and the rebates are incredible.
Bertera Nissan's also going to offer our local employers better discounts than everybody else. If you currently work for UMass, Fallon, Wyman Gordon, St. Baines, and several other companies, we're going to offer you an increased discount above and beyond what everyone else sees. Come on and join us here at Bertera Nissan on Route 20 in Auburn.
Local news from Central Massachusetts for Central Massachusetts.
High levels of PCB were found in tests around windows and doors. A Holden barn is severely damaged after a fire rips through the structure.
And an in-depth local forecast.
I never had a face for television.
I'm a little jealous of the kids that have this ability to go away to college. Spring break! That was a coffee break for me and a cigarette.
I get up early every morning with one thing in mind. I want my audience to be informed, engaged, and entertained.
I'm Lisa Condit from the Hanover Theater. Join me every Thursday during Worcester News Tonight at 10 p.m. for the Hanover Theater This Week.
Join me on the Hank Stoltz Experience. People are always asking me, what is the experience? Well, that's the beauty of it. It's everything that has to do with Central Massachusetts.
Welcome to Chamber Exchange, a TV show. My name is Tim Murray, President and CEO of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to the Mayor's Forum. I'm Mayor Joe Petty. Welcome to Central Mass Chronicles. My name is Alan Fletcher. I am your host.
Hello and welcome, WooTube viewers. Thank you for joining us for another episode.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Holy Cross Women's Basketball Show. I'm Kevin Shea, alongside of the head coach of the Holy Cross Crusaders, Bill Gibbons.
Up next on the Friday Night Football Frenzy. First quarter, Wachusett Sam Brewer with a big run.
Shot, score! Oh, look at that score! And the Railers get back-to-back goals.
The Pod Sox are going to win it.
Welcome back. We're currently at the half with WPI up 21-0 over Catholic, and I'm joined by WPI Director of Physical Education, Recreation, and Athletics,
yes.
Donna Harmon.
Yes, you got it all. That's all of it.
It's a little bit of a tongue tie, but we got it. The fall programs have been having a great season so far. What does that kind of mean for the program?
Oh, it's been a fantastic start to the year. Our kids worked really hard over the summer on their own. They really put in the time and energy. Our coaches have just continued to do a fantastic job of getting our teams ready to go and succeeding and bringing in great recruits. So it's all just working really well. We're excited about the year again.
For a student here at WPI, they have kind of the added challenge of being at one of the top engineering programs
Yes.
in schools in the country. So how does that kind of affect a student athlete here?
Well, it is a very strong academic program, obviously, and what's great about it is, and what we find, is that students who do well academically want to excel in everything they do, and so that carries over into being a student athlete. They just want to do well in what they're passionate about, whether it's aeronautic, engineering, whether it's robotics, but they also want to do really great on the football field too. And there's some really terrific, special kids here who are inspirational on a day in and day out basis. That it keeps us and our coaching staff on their toes because they are very, very smart.
Yeah, you also were instrumental in renovating this alumni stadium,
Yes.
Harrington, the rooftop field over
Yes.
there, and also the recreational center. What does that help bring to this program and recruits coming in as well?
Exactly. It's been transformational to be able to do this the past, really, it's been about 10 years. I think we've done everything that there is to do, and we've been fortunate to be supported by the university. They see what it brings not only to varsity athletics, but also recreationally. We have over 1,500 students involved in club sports. Our intramural program's very robust. So as much as they are smart and very much about their academics, they love working and competing and playing sports, and so that's what this all represents, and being able to do this at a school that's just fantastic to be at.
And how does everything that you're doing here at the school, how does it help to also bring in the Worcester community too? Because you host the districts for basketball, for
Yes.
high schools and stuff, so how does that kind of help you guys?
We love being able to support the Worcester community, whether it's hosting the Central Mass basketball, which is just a phenomenal event to have. And we've been hosting field hockey, we've hosted volleyball in the past. We want to host more. We love being connected to the Worcester community. And, a lot of our student athletes do come from the Worcester community. So it's great for us to be able to showcase what we're all about in WPI athletics.
Yeah, you guys aren't the only D3 school here in Worcester. Do you guys, is there kind of like a guild of the D3 schools in Worcester, or what? How do you guys talk about things? And
Yeah, we have a great connection, and it's really kind of special with Clark, Anna Maria, and Becker, and Nichols as well. we all really want to support each other and see each other do well. And sometimes things don't go well on your campus, that something will happen to your field or your court, and you need to reach out and say, hey, can you help us out? And we all do. And it also includes Assumption and Holy Cross. We're just all really good partners, and it's a healthy competition that we have, but it's also one where we're each other's biggest fans.
You're the sixth athletic director here at WPI,
Yes.
but also the first female.
Yes.
So what does that mean to you as a woman, to be able to be in this position?
Well, I don't know anything different, but I didn't realize the impact it would have when I was first appointed. There was many women, longtime employees at WPI, that after being a predominantly male school for a very, very long time, that to get this position really meant the world to them, and I didn't understand it or appreciate it enough. And so they've been, my career has gone, it's 17 years now. It's just been really special to be at WPI and be the athletic director, not the female athletic director, but the athletic director. And I think the coaches and the community and the former alums who only did know this place as all male have just been super supportive. So it's been great, a great experience.
Now, the programs here have been very good as well. The women's rowing finished third nationally.
Yes.
So not even just the fall programs, but all the programs in general, what does it mean to be having nationally viewed teams as well?
Yeah, it's been pretty special after over 17 years. There's been a long, rich history here at WPI, and in the past 17 years, we've been able to transform our facilities, but we also, where it really started was with our coaching staff and administrative staff. They're just terrific people who understand what WPI is about, love having these student athletes here, and they're some of the best coaches in the business who really do it the right way. And so it's just been a real pleasure to watch everything take off, frankly, for every single one of our coaches who do outstanding work, and to be well supported by our university. That's where it also comes about, is when you have your university that believes in what you're doing and appreciates what you're doing, it just makes it all so much better and special.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We enjoy coming here to WPI. I'm sure we'll be seeing you.
We love having you here all the
I'm sure
time.
we'll be seeing you more. We'll have much more after the break.
Lead with high school sports stories, because we know that's important to our viewers, that's important to our communities. I think it's incredibly unique because you just don't see this amount of coverage other places. We can do 5 and 6 minutes at 10 o'clock, whereas other stations might do 2.5 minutes, and of that, 30 seconds is on high school sports.
It's very easy to be enthusiastic watching these guys play, whether it's high school football or field hockey or lacrosse.
When you see somebody make an outstanding play, you're kind of fired up about that. I come back and I'm like, Kev, I couldn't believe this play I saw in this game.
To see and to kind of be able to capture some of those magic moments, when you're there to witness history, that's really cool. We're out there every day shooting the games ourselves and coming back and editing it and writing it ourselves.
You get a certain insight that you don't get if you're, say, in a press box.
We never forget the players that come from Central Mass, those that are lucky enough to play professional sports. We follow them in the pros.
We never forget those guys coming from Central Mass.
I've had people come up and say to me that, we still watch and we're still fans because they can watch on TV.
Has it brought fans to the game? Has it impacted local sports? I hope so. Coaches tell us it has. Certainly our goal is just to cover the game and to really highlight the positive of high school and local college sports.
And we're enjoying what we do, and I hope that comes across. There's no other place I'd rather be, and there's no other job I'd rather do.
Charter TV3 and UMass Memorial Healthcare have teamed up to bring you the latest news and trends in healthcare. Health Watch, presented by UMass Memorial Healthcare, brings you the healthcare topics that are important to you. From stroke prevention to allergies, skincare to sports injury prevention, and nutrition to pregnancy, Health Watch and UMass Memorial Healthcare informs you on the issues that affect you on a daily basis. Health Watch on Charter TV3. For extended interviews with UMass Memorial Healthcare experts, log on to our website.
shows ignorance and bias, and he's right to be called out on it.
Bothers me that they just can't get it done.
The city has to make decisions about what business it wants to be in.
The fact that Worcester played a big part in changing this, of course we should be trumpeting.
Power of free speech is a stronger dictate.
Personally, if that ballot question gets on the ballot, I'm voting for it.
You can't get Worcester weather from a Boston TV station. The sun could be shining in downtown Boston, but the weather could be very different here in Worcester. People tell me all the time how much they count on our weather forecast, and we know how important that is to our Worcester News Tonight viewers. Each weekday, we'll give you your weather, your 10-day forecast for right here in Worcester, only on Worcester News Tonight.
Worcester's only local forecast, weeknights on Worcester News Tonight.
All right, welcome back to Alumni Field. It was a raucous first half, at least to start. After a great punt from Ian Mackery, WPI struck first with their longest passing touchdown, 99 yards in program history. Sean McAllen taking off.
Yeah, it's a great call, great wheel pass from your own 1 yard line. Gutsy call, but very effective.
And that, the bulk of the offense really for Nyland and crew. He hit Nick Rossi later in the half for a touchdown there on a little bit of broken coverage.
Yeah, there was just a lot of hitches in the fade here. High punting the ball through it where he has to throw it. It's a great
Clark Ewan had the third touchdown. Look at the numbers through one half of play, and Catholic getting some of that yardage back on that last possession. A little bit of an edge for WPI through the air. Time of possession, believe it or not, going the way of the Catholic Cardinal in this one. Sean McAllen's 99 yards, the bulk of that offense really, Coach, and that was the first play. So still some things that WPI can work on or will work on, you would assume, here in the second half.
I think they got a little power running game going with the pistol. I thought defensively played well. They're getting pressure on the quarterback without having a stunt or blitz, and when they blitzed, they were very effective. I think that the game's never been in doubt so far. So hopefully they come out in the third quarter, have a nice drive, and just put it away from there. Catholic, give them a credit. They're playing hard. It's just I think they're outmanned today. But like Coach Roberts is perfectly coached. There's always things to work on. But I'm sure he's happy with a 21-0 lead at halftime. Defensively,
WPI controlling it at the line of scrimmage. It's what they wanted to do. Yep. Be physical up front. They've gotten some good pressure with 3 and 4 guys coming to the football.
Exactly. That's a key. And when you can drop 7 or 8 guys back in coverage, it's pretty good opportunity. We can only send 4 or 5 guys out at the 5 at the most. So I think that's been the key, the defensive line of WPI taking over the game against the offensive line of Catholic.
Something to look for as we go into the second half. Sean McAllen, will he come back? Will he need to come back? And how healthy does WPI stay as we move on here for the second half of football? There's the 1983 undefeated WPI team being honored here at halftime. 8-0, that Engineer squad. And you got those specially minted coins that Brenna Wilson showed us earlier to be presented to all of these men, getting a nice ovation from the locals here along Park Avenue. WPI on top of Catholic, 21-0 at halftime. We are back with much more in the third quarter right after this.
Sullivan Group is an insurance and risk management services firm based in Worcester for over 60 years.
With the tremendous growth of life sciences both globally and locally, we've dedicated our resources to build a strong, knowledgeable, and responsive team to meet the insurance and risk management needs of this dynamic industry.
Our personal lines team will make sure your home, your car, your personal belongings, and most importantly, your family are protected.
The Sullivan Group has the resources, the carriers, and the coverage to protect you and your business.
Doors. Every door is different. Every door, unique. And each one tells a story. Open a door at UniBank and you'll find a unique place. A bank where we listen to you and find answers. All to help you write your unique success story. Welcome to the new UniBank. Please, after you. UniBank. Bank different. Bank unique. Member FDIC. Member DIF. Equal housing lender.
Providing our customers with the highest level of quality, service, and value. Pucci's Fine Jewelry, 205 West Boylston Street in West Boylston. Looking for a local lender you can trust? Come to Milford Federal. Our great rates, low closing costs, and personalized customer service have made us your family financial center for over 130 years. Apply online or visit us at one of our branches today.
And welcome back. The 1983 team huddles up for another time here, 35 years ago.
I tell you,
Hard to believe.
Undefeated, and it's a heck of a feat. I don't care who you're playing. Undefeated means no one's going to beat you, and that's a great season, great memory. As well, they should be honored.
So the 99-yard touchdown from McAllen was a record for passing. They did have a 99, WPI did in 2015, 99-yard touchdown on a kick return. So it matches that for a scoring play. Our thanks to Mark Therian in sports information here for the additional statistics. Next week, we've got Assumption College, and they have been outstanding the last couple of weeks, taking on Southern Connecticut in a NE10 game. Greyhounds are on a bye this week, and they have been just blowing teams up since with a week 1 loss to Kutztown. So Southern Connecticut coming to town, the Owls, to take on the Greyhounds next week.
So low in the action, I just got a quick shout out to my former player, Zach Besaw, who's a member of the WPI football staff. His dad, Mike Besaw, is a great football coached with me many years at Shrewsbury, and Zach was a great player for us, and he's going into the coaching at a collegiate level, and really proud of him. He does a great job here, and I talked to him a few times, and he really enjoys it. So that's great. He comes from really good stock with his father. His father is one of the best coaches I've ever been associated with.
As a look at the Catholic bench, Mike Gatelius in his first season on that side.
Yeah, so Andy, you're 0-5, so as a coach, you just got to stay positive. You got to build. You can build on the last drive they had before the half, and hopefully, down the road you'll punch those in. But they played hard. I mean, they're not giving up. I just think that the defensive line of WPI has really dominated the game thus far.
You mentioned Zach Besaw, the outside linebackers coach for WPI. His distinction is, Terry, he's the only coach in the pronunciation guide for WPI. Besaw. Now, we know that because of his dad and because of Zach and company. And he's been here with Chris Robertson for several years. And a new addition, only one new addition this year, and that's Zach Werlinger, a wide receivers coach. He played for Rich Rodriguez in University of Arizona last year.
Wow.
Here's a little pooch kick to start things off. WPI up back makes the play right at the 41-yard line, and that was downed by Nick Samuelson. College football on Charter TV3 brought to you by Central Mass Safety Council, Bertera Nissan of Auburn, Holy Cross Athletics, and Nichols College.
Just a little quick thing there. That's a good coaching by WPI special teams there. They pooch the kick. Don't take a chance. You do the fair catch. No one can touch you. Get the ball at the 41. It's a good way to start the second half.
So here come the Engineers. Julian Nyland in the first half, 11 of 19, 179 yards, 3 touchdowns. Keeps it here, and he's going to run the football. Takes a shot, picks up a couple.
Yeah, I think that might have been a broken play, but a good job by the quarterback. He just goes where the ball was supposed to go. That's how you coach your quarterbacks. If for some reason you have the ball and it's not handed off, go where you're blocking.
Now Sean McAllen's day is done. He has got the shoulder pads off and ice around the ankle. Up 21-0, and with a bye week coming, probably safe to rest him and get him healthy for a couple weeks against Kings Point. Undefeated MIT in 3 weeks. There's Nyland throwing. Complete to Mitchell over the 45. A couple of yards there. Grant with the tackle.
Yeah, nice tackle there, open field tackle.
And so it'll be a WPI offense without their leading rusher. Here in the second half. Wynn, the Tewksbury native, is in the backfield with Nyland. Nyland over the middle. Has Fire. Fire crossing and stretches for those sticks. He's going to be about half a yard short, just over midfield. And decision time for Chris Robertson.
I can see him go. Oh, no, looks like they're going to punt.
Fire nearly got it.
Right. So, school of thought on that is Coach Roberts is knowing how the game is. The defense is dominated. You might as well pin them back and hopefully get 3 and out and get good field position.
Spencer Harrington had 2 punts downed inside the 20 in the first half. Stands at his own 35-yard line. Driving kick. This is going to spiral its way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Catholic defense doing its job on the first possession of the second half. College football on Charter TV3 presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglia and by Bay State Savings Bank.
So basically Catholic thus far just come out usually in four receiver sets. Just run a little zone read. It looks like they're in the same type of formation to start. They got to make some adjustments to their pass protection.
Brady Berger in the first half, 11 of 24, 109 yards. The give is to Malara, the leading rusher in this game, and he pounds ahead over the 25-yard line.
I tell you might want to get him the ball a little bit more. He's run hard every time. He did have that fumble, but he's had some pretty good production when he's touched the ball today.
Freshman from Fredericksburg, Virginia, historic city in Northern Virginia. Second down. He does run hard. Big physical back. They give it to him again. And he's got some space into the secondary over the 40. And Malara fired up. He's out to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, just a basic zone play. And again, the offensive line of Catholic opened up a nice hole there.
Catholic hasn't had a 100-yard rusher this season, but Malara is on his way. At 41 at the break. 16-yard pickup there. Quick hitter on the outside. Caught. Blocks out in front of him, but not a lot of room to run for Pedro Garcia.
Yeah, it's a good job coming up for the football there. It gets, limits it to a 3-yard gain.
Yeah. Colin Saunders coming up on the play. Let's go down to the sidelines with Brenna Wilson.
Yeah, head athletic trainer Mike DeSavage confirmed that both Connor Sakowicz and Sean McAllen are done for the game.
All right, thank you, Brenna. DeSavage wearing a WPI long sleeve tee, actually wearing long pants today, which is surprising. He's usually one of the last holdouts, wearing shorts until November. A couple yards in the middle there, and Sam Malafronte on the stop. Third down coming.
Well, Catholic hasn't had a lot of situations like this, but this is a big play for them. Come out the second half, they got a 3 and out, and trying to continue with their drive here.
Third and a long 4. Berger, pocket collapsing, and he had to get rid of it, incomplete. He was looking for Garcia. And the pressure forced him to make a bit of a quicker throw, and here comes the punting unit for Catholic.
Yeah, another good stop by WPI.
We saw it a couple of weeks ago with Dartmouth and Holy Cross when the front 4 or front 3 can own the line of scrimmage like Dartmouth did that day against Holy Cross. It really makes things difficult for a quarterback surveying the land.
It sure does, Andy. And that was a great example of that. They were dominant that day.
Macquarie to punt. And he drives one. Fair catch signaled by Pesh at the 16, where WPI will take over. College football on Charter TV3, brought to you by Unibank, by the Sullivan Group, by Pucci's Fine Jewelry, Milford Federal, and Harrington Physician Services.
I think you'll see maybe WPI come back and try to establish the power run game here.
Now it's going to throw to Rossi near side. Rossi spins out of a face mask. They're going to get a call. Now there's just a straight fight. It is a fist fight at this point. Whistle probably could have been blown about 10 seconds earlier.
Yeah, that's what kids get hurt. I'm surprised the whistle wasn't blown.
And it'll be a 15-yarder on top of the Rossi catch. Not sure what was going on there, but it got physical.
It sure did.
It got physical when he was hung up there, and Rossi was fighting for his life down there.
Yeah, so a little hit screen here. Obvious face mask. He's still battling there.
There's
oh, jeez.
Maybe see, you're throwing forearms out there. So WPI may have gotten away with one there. But the whistle probably should have been blown before the fist fight, the bar fight broke out there. It'll be a first down for WPI at the 34-yard line.
First down and 10. 35.
Rossi, a junior out of New Jersey. First down here. In motion is Fire. Fake the give to him. He's right there. They're going to hit him in the flat, and he cannot spin away. Nice tackle in the open field by Jake Ballard.
Tell you, Andy, I've been very impressed by Catholic. Exactly what you said, open field tackling. They've done a great job. WPI is trying to get receivers and running backs in space.
Ballard, the leading tackler on the Cardinals roster coming in, 44 total tackles.
That was a great play there.
2nd and 14 after the loss on that last play. 4 receivers set. Fire in the slot to the near side, bottom of your screen. They go to Mitchell in the slot up top. Mitchell's out over the 35 to the 36. Mitchell, the Groton Dunstable guy, and hard, scrappy, physical guy. Does everything right, his coach said. Chris Robertson said he'd like to have 11 Billy Mitchells.
Yeah, you love kids like that.
Smart and does what it needs to be done. Of course, you'd expect that. Mitchell, I think he probably played at least a couple years with Coach Asadorian up there at Groton Dunstable when he was there. There's Nyland, tucks it, now he's going to run. Nyland cuts it back, spins, and the extra effort gets him a first down out to the 45-yard line, and he shows the official where he is.
That's good, just athletic move there by the quarterback here. And knowing where the first down marker is. Nice spin move.
Good spin. Carrot there again around the football for Catholic.
Sometimes you pump fake like that. It really stops the defenders, and you can have some success running the ball after that.
Clock running, 8.5 minutes here, third quarter. And the give is to Win on a little delay counter back the other way, and he's still on his feet, but going nowhere. Catholic swarming to the football and doing a nice job again. Right there in the middle of the football field was Joe Lazzari.
Yeah, that's good defense there. That's a good scheme play. It looks like it's going to be a jet sweep, and then, like you said, Andy, he stops on a dime and runs counter coming back. The wing back on the other side to the lead blocker.
Second and long after that running attempt, loss of 1 on the play. Here's Mitchell in motion. They fake the give to him, and now Nyland to the outside. He's got a lot of room to the outside, and now Nyland's on his way for a first down. Gets a wicked block at the end of the play. Just a huge hit as Nyland's got a first down, but it was down the end of the play. Peterson laying the wood.
He sure did. He laid the wood big time, and the Catholic players coming out off this. You can see this coming up right now. Wow.
Got to have your head on a swivel out there, even
Yeah.
if you're a linebacker chasing a quarterback.
Wow.
Nyland had 26 yards rushing coming into the game, and adding
a
to
hit.
that. Ball's at the 40 of Catholic. Nyland, the give to Win. Win following Jordan Hartley through a hole, but is wrapped up after maybe a yard.
Hey, Catholic's been pretty stingy in their rush defense most of the day. They're playing hard, young team.
Chris Robertson said his offensive line improving, but they are a work in progress. You know, some guys in there, and again, there's Hartley, 77, played for Mike Dubzinski at Wachusett. Talked to him in the preseason. Big guy, excited about the possibility here. There's a snap, gets away from Nyland, broken play. He's going to pick up a couple. Good block by Rossi on the outside.
Yeah, I've had a couple errant snaps here. But again, good heads-up play. Instead of just, freezing there, he goes to the sideline, gets what he can, turns a negative play into a 4-yard gain.
Vince Luca, the center. Robertson says, he's a big weight room guy. He looks like he's probably a D1 offensive tackle or guard. He's playing center here. He's got that kind of frame. There's Nyland and throwing for Rossi, incomplete. Pressure on the outside from Catholic.
I just think you'll see him go here now in the 35. Yeah, just a play action pass. He ran a slant, just threw it behind him.
Now the injuries, Brennan Wilson reported the confirmation of those injuries to Sakowicz and to McAllen. The good news is both are on their feet walking around on the sideline.
That's good.
Again, with a bye week coming up, no reason to risk anything. Here's Nyland. Nyland stretching to the 30. He's brought down by Liam Deering, close to the first down.
He might be a little short.
Spot the ball right on the 30-yard line. He may have this one. They're going to call for a measurement.
Yeah, he did get a really nice spot, so he might have made it.
Very, very close. You see this offensive line coming off, but Jordan Hartley's a Wachusett kid. On the other side of the ball, Tommy Farrakos from St. John's, and injured Jack Jarolskis is from Algonquin. And I talked to Nick Ostrowski, and I said, none of you guys liked St. John's when you were in high school. And of course, Tommy Farraco is a soft-spoken gentleman of a kid.
Right.
So he took it really well. There's the spot. And
a little short.
Just short. So Catholic will take over. But, Mike Dubzinski, he taught you not to like St. John's. He taught you not to like Algonquin, at least on game week.
Sure.
And I'm sure the Algonquin coaching staff did the same thing, and the St. John's coaching staff. And so, but all these guys come together, and I know the Shepherd Hill coaching staff, they were frothing when they were playing those teams as well.
Oh, sure.
So all these guys come together and say, you know what, we might talk about it a little bit, but we're all brothers under the crimson and gray now for WPI.
So it makes college football so great.
Yeah, they love it.
Double pass.
There it is, the double pass. Downfield, intercepted. And it's Sam Casey, the strong safety. Flag flies on the return, but WPI's got the turnover.
Tell you what, you gotta put your head off to WPI. They snuffed it out. And the only way that play works is if you're too aggressive and you don't really read, what's going on. And usually the linemen pop on that, so if you're a cornerback, you stay back, and they certainly did. And that's a great interception. This will probably be blocking the back or holding something on return, but WPI will have the ball.
That is the call. Casey, it's his second interception of the season for WPI. And
so you see a definite backwards pass, and again, the only way this works is if the corner comes up, and obviously that he did not buy that at all. That's just very good coaching by WPI. Very good coaching.
Chris Robertson's a defensive guy, coaches the linebackers here. Has to be happy with the play of his safety there.
Yeah, that's even as a defensive back, he high points the ball. That's how you're supposed to do it. Yeah, there's the block in the back. Nice play there.
You see a lot of blocks in the backs on interception returns. These
sure
defensive linemen, they're not schooled on the blocking.
They're just happy to hit anybody.
They usually get blocked in the back. They're not the ones doing the blocking. Nyland rolling, and it hit a lineman. He was looking for a win on the screen.
Yeah, it looked like the play was set up pretty good. It just didn't get anybody open. They had 3 or 4 linemen downfield, and as long as you throw the ball behind the line of scrimmage, you're good. And again, Catholic's really played very well on defense.
Yeah, I think they're going to take a lot from this film here. Is Catholic's defense. They're not that big, but they're young, and so they're going to get bigger. And they're getting into spots, making plays. Nyland, a nice little ball fake, rolling out, has some space, has a man, a flag flies, and the ball is loose.
I think you're going to call lineman downfield.
Ewan recovers it.
They ran this earlier, Andy. The quarterback rolls out. He reads the corner. They high-low the corner, and if the corner doesn't come up, he just hits him on a hit screen, which is a nice, effective play. I think there might have been linemen downfield, though.
Check the call. Did come from that part of the field, and that looks like the call against WPI. Right you are, Coach.
So the problem, Andy, with that is as an offensive lineman, you know, you're trying to block, you block. It takes a while to, it's a rollout, so you're not basically pass blocking. You're kind of, you know, going outside, so sometimes you do cross the line of scrimmage, and if they throw the ball prior to you, after you being over the line, it's a penalty.
So it'll be a 2nd and 15 coming for Julian Nyland, Massachusetts native, and the offense of WPI. Nyland's out of Melrose. Throws downfield to Rossi. Rossi inside the 45 of Catholic. Marcelino rode him out of bounds.
Very impressed by the arm strength, Andy, there. That's a long out pass there. And it hits it right on the cut, which you want them to do as a quarterback. Good pattern there. And then you got most of it back, so now you're in 3rd and very manageable.
3rd and 4 coming for this offense. Nyland's managed him very well here. Quick hitter. He's got Firer inside the 40. That'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, so that's just a hitch pass. It just the coaching point is make sure that you go past the stakes, so if you catch the ball or get tackled, you get a 1st down. You did that exactly, so that's a good job.
Firer came in with 21 receptions, 331 yards, and a touchdown entering today. His teammates call him Fry Guy. His name is spelled F-Y-R-E-R, but it's very easy to call him Fry or Fryer. It is Firer. Mitchell in motion. The give is to Wynn. Wynn got a good block at the point of attack and wins to the outside. 1st down yardage and more inside the 30. He got a nice block by Peter Raskowskis.
Yeah, the running back's been mostly off tackle, but he makes a nice read here, bounces it to the outside. Good job by 70 on the pull there. And he just outruns the defender. North-south, very good run. He's done a nice job since he's come in.
Ball's at the 26. Good opportunity for the young guy, Wynn. He's got Lane Zemback back there with him too now. There's Nyland going downfield, and it's broken up, almost intercepted by Marcelino, and again, Rossi had to knock it away.
Yeah, it's the 2nd time he's done that, Andy, right? And I tell you, that corner is very good. He's very well coached. You'll notice how he plays, his body's between the offensive player and the ball. That's perfect deep pass defense. You can't play that any better. And the ball's a pretty good throw, but he's just there.
Marcelino's one of those few seniors that sees a lot of time. Again, out of Pembroke, Mass. The give this time is to Wynn to the outside. He's got nowhere to go. Runs into a defensive end, and he'll be stopped in the backfield, and now a flag flies. Flag flies late. We'll see. Check the call. Zach Tucker made a great play defensively to start.
I think it might be on Catholic again. This will be a killer if it is. Oh. Wow. You would have had 3rd and 14. Now you give him a 1st down. That just, that's mistakes young teams make. Great defensive play here. He's tackled. The whistle's blown. Let's see.
And they're trying to punch it free. Now,
yeah.
Again, you had a play earlier here with the face mask where the whistle should have been blown sooner, and it wasn't, and they kept attacking. You had a quicker whistle there.
Right.
Catholic kept attacking. Goes against Catholic that time.
True.
Kind of tough. It's an aggressive mistake if you're a Catholic. If you don't hear it, you're not used to hearing that quick whistle.
True. Great point.
Under 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Nyland looking downfield. Now pressure's coming. He's going to have to unload this one, and he does. Incomplete. Takes a shot after he gets rid of it. Tucker and company were coming for him.
Hey, Catholic defense, they're still playing. They're playing hard, and all of a sudden they're starting to get more of a pass rush on the quarterback too. So, again, like you alluded to, a young team, every snap they take, they're going to get better and better.
21-0. Their deficit right now. Chris Robertson's team trying to punch another one in here. Their first score it would be of the second half. Nyland with Wynn. Nyland throwing. Has a man in Mitchell rather. Mitchell tucks down near the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they really like to hitch pass, especially to the right today. The corner, you know, he's a great corner, but you know, you throw it in front of him. You know, that's a good 6-yard gain, or 5 or 6 yards, and so now you're in real good position for third down.
Pep Band had a nice performance at halftime here at WPI. They bring a lot here in the football games as well as the basketball games. Nyland to the inside the 5. Is it caught? Flags are flying from all angles now. Mitchell made the grab. It would be a first down.
You're going to get offensive pass interference here, I think, Andy.
And that's what Catholic seems to be signaling. Perhaps a little pick up top.
That was a great read by the defender, too. It was a great catch. Yeah.
Offensive pass interference against WPI.
Nowadays, you know, with football, there's all kinds of picks and rubs and everything like that. And, you know, sometimes if it impedes the ability for a defender to get the ball. See how the defender goes flying down number 3?
Yeah.
So that's I'm sure they called it on 11.
Mitchell, physical play out there. Be third and long now. The ball is all the way back down at the 25-yard line.
So you got a good, real good field goal kicker, so possibly you just get half of it, try to kick a field goal, get some points on this drive.
Got a linebacker out on fire over here on the near side. Nyland looking, he's got room to run on the far side, and he's throwing downfield. He was over the line of scrimmage, flags fly.
Yep.
Ball is incomplete. You assume this would be declined if you're Catholic. We'll see, though.
Is there a flag on the other side, too? Roughing the passer, maybe?
I think he may have seen the line of scrimmage over there as well. If you decline it, it's fourth down, long field goal, or go for it. If you take it, it makes it even, maybe you put him out of field goal range.
It might be lost it down.
That's true. That's true.
I think
it is that call.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, he's definitely over the line, and that's a tough thing to do as a quarterback at times when you're rolling, but you got to kind of know when you are. Legal forward pass, yeah. Yeah, roughing the passer.
Oh,
they got lucky there, so they get the play over. Yeah, so 25-yard line is the line of scrimmage. As you can see, he's at least 2, almost 3 yards over. And then there's this big hit by the corner, so they call it roughing the passer. That's on a defenseless football player.
Yeah,
so.
right on the line too.
Yep.
So another chance to get some of that yardage back, and maybe set up a first down. Let's see where they spot it. They're correcting it. There's some problems with the official's mic, though, so you get the 15-yard penalty, I think, because it's was it after the play? They march it all the way down inside the 15-yard line, so now it's a more manageable third down. Yeah.
Wow.
That certainly
Talk
helps
about killers.
WPI.
That gives them a first down, too. Oh, it's again, just trying to make a play, but you got to know the situation, and you got to.
Again, young, aggressive mistakes.
Right.
From the Catholic Cardinals. So first down now for WPI. It's all been sorted out. Nyland with Wind behind him. Fakes the give. Looking to the end zone. Throwing for Fire. Fire! Caught it, but was he inbounds? No.
Great effort, though. Great effort. Yeah, play action roll to the left. Again, a spot where only the offensive play can catch the ball. Defensive play actually makes a really nice play, but yeah, he's clearly out of bounds.
Andrew Funaki tipped it, and when Fire came down with it, he was out of bounds.
Yeah, WPI has really gone to the pass more now because the Catholics really done a nice job in the run game.
Fire put it kind of pointed towards the sideline, almost to say, give me one more. See if they go back to him. They fade, give it this time to Win, and now Win to the outside. Running into the secondary, and he's wrapped up around the 10.
So the run is a couple times to either side, and the reason you do that, the guy comes in motion, you infer that it's going to be like a jet or reverse, and that just influence on the defense, then you run counter back the other way.
Third and 5 coming up. The Engineers can get a first down just inside the 5. And they split Rossi and Fire out to the far side, top of the screen. Rolling that way, now coming back and has to get rid of it, and almost intercepted by Carrot, and if he had it, there was nobody in front of him.
Yeah, you gotta, that's, I'm sure, see Coach Kelly on the sideline there. You gotta tell your quarterback in a situation like that, you can live with 4th down. You don't want to do a pick 6 there. And he's just trying to make a play, but you gotta go down there because you're throwing blindly. And again, it could have been easily a pick 6 there. They got fortunate there. That's a teachable, that's a coachable moment there, though.
You feel for Dieter Carrot, though. He had one there.
He sure did.
Here's Spencer Harrington. Been solid this year, kicking the field goals. And this one is drilled through. Adding to the WPI lead, they now lead 24-0. First points of the second half come with 25 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a 26-yard kick for Spencer Harrington.
Well, you know, they got points, which is good. You got a couple of breaks, which is also good for WPI. But again, you go back to plays like that when you're a young football team. You know, you get a pick 6 there in a game you've been dominated. All of a sudden, it's 21-7. You just never know what happens. And but you know, Catholic looks like they're a team that they played hard for the first 45 minutes, and so the coach can build on that.
Harrington now 6 of 8 from the field goal kicking department this fall. College football brought to you by Central Mass Safety Council, by Bertera Nissan, by Holy Cross Athletics, and by Nichols College. 24-0 WPI. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. WPI goes into a bye week next week. They've got U.S. Merchant Marine Academy on the road on October the 20th, and then undefeated right now, MIT, on the 27th. That game is here in Worcester. Big kick from Firer. It is Hecht on the return and runs into a couple Engineers at the 24-yard line. Where Catholic comes out offensively for a play, at least here in the third quarter. It's been all WPI, but it's been a game where each team has missed an opportunity here and there, and this could be a much wider spread.
True.
Catholic's defense has been scrappy and made some plays where they've had to.
Right.
And here is Berger throwing complete. And that's Pedro Garcia over the 40. Merchant and company bringing them down there. First down for Catholic, and clock winding. That'll be the last play of the third quarter. Time expires after 3 quarters of play. WPI extending their lead 24-0 over Catholic.
Holy Cross football is back in Worcester. Don't miss family fun and Division I football right in your backyard. Tickets start at just $15. Visit goholycross.com/tickets or call 1-844-GO-CROSS.
Doors. Every door is different. Every door, unique. and each one tells a story. Open a door at Unibank and you'll find a unique place. A bank where we listen to you and find answers. All to help you write your unique success story. Welcome to the new Unibank. Please, after you. Unibank. Bank different. Bank unique. Member FDIC. Member DIF. Equal housing lender.
Harrington Physician Services specializes in the understanding, prevention, and management of complex sports injuries and athletic rehabilitation. Whether you need care for a torn rotator cuff or ACL, our board-certified physicians are here to serve you. We offer comprehensive physical therapy and rehabilitation in Charlton, Southbridge, and Webster, and an on-site radiology partnership with Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. To learn more, go to harringtonhospital.org. Harrington Healthcare System. Compassionate, quality care.
Well, right out of the break, and Catholic runs a play. Mallara for a couple yards up the middle. Be a second down coming. Andy Lacombe, Terry Wallace, Brenna Wilson with you from Alumni Field. WPI on top of Catholic here in a NEWMAC game. Cardinal coming up from Washington, D.C. area. Long road trip. They hit Pedro Garcia, does Berger. Over the middle, he's got a first down. It was brought down on the play by Sam Casey. But a first down, they move the sticks. Berger, just a sophomore, stands tall in the pocket, throwing downfield, looking for a man, it's caught, and a flag flies. But it'll be pass interference. We'll check the call on who it's on. Sheffers made a great grab.
Yeah, this might be a push-off.
Offensive pass interference. There was contact on both sides. Sheffers, they say, got two hands on him.
Yeah, he gets him at the end. You can see the obvious push-off there. You know, as a defender, you got a right to the ball just as much as the offensive player. And if you get pushed, obviously it's a interference call. That's a big, again, Catholic just shot themselves in the foot so many times today. They get a good play and it gets called back, or just killers.
Tim McQuaid, who played at West Boylston. He's a Boylston native, went to Tohoto, and he was in coverage there. He's done a nice job here today in relief of Aaron Whitehouse, who's one of the top defensive backs on the Engineers roster. Again, a week with a bye. Get some guys healthy for WPI. Berger completes this one to Garcia. He gets it back to almost the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's just your RPO, the run pass option. He just reads the outside linebacker, and if he comes up for the run, he throws the slant underneath. And they've hit that a couple times.
Pedro Garcia is a sophomore out of Miami, Florida. Again, you're hearing a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen on both sides of the ball for Catholic. In motion goes Mallara. Throwing downfield, got Hecht wide open and incomplete, could not connect with Johnny Hecht.
It's a nice scheme there. Obviously there's a blown coverage somewhere, but again, you gotta, football team, you gotta hit those. Those are touchdowns. But again, there was some pressure on the quarterback, which it had all day.
Hecht's a freshman out of Vienna, Virginia. 3rd and 10 for Catholic. Team that once won the Orange Bowl, being the University of Mississippi. Over the middle, Garcia sliding, almost made the catch. And we got an injured engineer on the play. It looks like Casey, but he's gonna able to get up. He and Heck collided. He'll be all right. 4th down coming, and the punting unit coming out for Catholic. Catholic had to play a game on a Wednesday this fall because of the hurricane.
Wow.
They had to move their game. Play it on a Wednesday. That throws your whole. So they played on a Saturday and had to come back and play on a Wednesday.
Wow.
They lost the game, but that throws your whole world off.
Jeez.
If you're a football coach. Here's Mackery with the kick. Pesh, fair catch right at the 10.
That'd be great if you win that game on Wednesday, and you have 10 days off. But
Right.
if you lose, it's ugly.
Right. Yeah, and like in the NFL, the Thursday night game.
Right.
It's a quick turnaround. And for WPI, it's a bye week after this one, so they've got plenty of time to kind of rest up and get ready for their next one.
Yeah, they just got to get back healthy. Down a bunch of people. Hey, it's a nice area, Andy, this game. A lot of enthusiasm here by the band, the cheerleaders. It's a very nice venue here. Very impressed.
Nyland gives it off to Wynn. Wynn spinning off some tackles. Fighting close to the 14-yard line. Called 4 on the play. Tell you, Wynn's a physical, tough runner.
Absolutely.
He came into the game, 22 carries, 106 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Again, now if you're WPI, McAllen hurt today. Field, who is your number 2, hurt in a preseason scrimmage. Wynn, your number 3, a freshman, doing a job for him here. Here's Nyland, handles the snap, and now has to just kind of hang on to it. And
yeah, that was your called quarterback sweep there.
Yeah.
Just try to seal the end to get to the outside. But again, Catholic, very, very good on defense. They played well all day. And you take away that 99-yard pass play, and you're only giving up 2 scores. It's pretty good.
Got to feel pretty good about that after making
no
a
doubt.
long road trip
Right,
up.
absolutely.
Cardinals have some fans to our right here in the stands, too. Of course, a couple of Massachusetts kids helping that out. Quick hitter. Looks like Rossi on the far side. Spins back to the 17, 18-yard line. Will be short of the first down, and WPI will have to punt.
See, the only problem with that is, again, I talked to before, you run that pass play and you get tackled, it's not a first down. So, you try to make sure if you're going to run a hitch, you go past the first down marker in case you do get tackled. But, again, safe play. They've been defensive, been solid all day, so they're in a good situation.
Harrington back inside his own 5. Garcia stands at his own 42.
He's had a nice day punting the ball, too. He's really boomed some.
Needs a good driver here. This one will take a WPI bounce, and this will really help the old average for Harrington. It's going to be down right around the 33-yard line, and that's where Catholic will take over after these quick break.
Bison Pride is the feeling that you get when you're with all of your Nichols friends and you're rooting for your team and your school and your community.
Even though we are a smaller school, you feel the big school vibe here.
All right, welcome back. Crisp fall day here in Worcester. Overcast basically the entire contest here. The sun peaked out right at the start of the first quarter. The give is to Millara for Catholic, who has stood up at the 35 after a couple.
Yeah, I think if you talked about this game, the key to the whole game has been the front 3 or 4 of WPI really just stuffing Catholic and getting past rush on their quarterback. It's really stymied their whole offensive attack.
2nd and 7 coming here for Berger in the offense. Stands straight up. Has a man. Millara on the outside. Knocked out of bounds by Ostrowski and Casey. Check the spot. It's close to the first down. About a yard or 2 shy. Our thanks to the people here at WPI, Rusty Egan, Mark Darian, and all those who helped us out on this week getting ready for the broadcast. Brenna and I came down in a pouring rainstorm on Tuesday to talk to the team and coach. Not raining today, which is a plus. Under a tent here on top of Alumni Field. That one's incomplete. Back shoulder attempt to Mikhail White. 4th down coming for Catholic. Well, we were here for about an hour. It poured the entire time we were here.
Oh, jeez. That's
Brenna
nasty.
stood under a tent. I went out and got soaked. And, and then it took about another, then as soon as we left, it stopped raining.
Always the way.
And then it took another hour to get back because we had to like hit a bunch of places for Brenna to get her dinner. Very high maintenance, our Brenna Wilson down there on the sidelines.
Smart lady, though, getting out of the rain, though.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's, of the two of us, she's definitely the smarter one. Here comes Macri to kick. And down that to 25 is Pesh. Of course, I'm kidding. Brenna is not as nearly as high maintenance as Kevin Shea. So 9:36 left here in the fourth quarter. WPI on top, 24-0.
I had to laugh. What was it? I think 2 weeks ago in the frenzy when you were talking, and all of a sudden his face came into the picture. You guys were laughing for like 5 minutes after that.
We have a pretty good time.
Oh, you sure do. You guys are great.
Sometimes Kevin forgets where he is on that set. There's Wynn up the middle.
Probably because he didn't have enough Mountain Dew that day.
Not much
right?
there, yeah. He was low on caffeine. That is for sure. Yeah, we've got our crew. The crew had to get up early for a noontime start at WPI. Our director of local programming, my boss, Mike Marcy, is gaffing on the sideline. It's all hands on deck here for WPI. And here comes Brandon Wynn with a little extra move at the end. He's close to first down yardage. And they're going to move the sticks. Wynn almost got free.
Yeah, Wynn's had a good day today. You know, coming in off the bench, and he's run hard, made some nice plays, and gave them a kind of a change of pace. He runs real good off the tackles.
Yeah, Mike Marcy's running back up and down the sidelines. Cam Jandros, the sideline cam. He's making his boss's boss run up and down the sideline. That's a bold move for Cam. There's the handoff, and Wynn is taken down in the backfield. Nice defensive play that time from Catholic's Rocco Longo.
Yeah, like we talked about, I mean, you're the Catholic coaching staff. You can be real happy. You know, Chris and his staff can be happy too. You know, you got to try to think of the positive things that happen in the game, and then, you know, when you're young and struggling, you build off those positive things, and when you're doing well, you kind of nitpick stuff and you try to get better at it. So it's just two different perspectives.
Be second and long here after the nice defensive play from Catholic. Nyland a quick throw and complete. Looks like Firer. He spins close to first down yard. Should be about a yard short. Fry guy picking up some good yardage. We got Joe Piscalis up here with us on one of the cameras, who's just happy this is an early game so he can go out and enjoy the establishments around the city afterwards. And John Bazookas, who wishes he was doing a Doherty game. He wants to go see your team, Coach.
That's fine.
John Bazookas is one of the great Doherty fans of Channel 3. We don't usually let him out of the building all that much. So he's getting some fresh air tonight. First down for WPI as the Engineers keep the chains and the clock moving here in the fourth quarter. And the give is to Wynn. Wynn spinning to the 50. Starting to pile up the yards now in relief of Sean McAllen.
So what you're just preaching as a coach now is just ball security, staying on your blocks, and just move the chains. You know, it's kind of like the 4-minute drill, but it's a little bit more than 4 minutes, but that's kind of what you're trying to do. Get first downs, keep the clock going, keep the ball.
2nd and 8 coming up. And a quick hitter to Billy Mitchell. Mitchell tucks inside and gets right back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job defensively again by Catholic Joe Nacy out there.
Like I mentioned a few times, they've been very good tackling in space the whole day.
Winding under 6 minutes to play, 3rd and 8 coming up.
Back to the 49-yard line, 3rd down and 9.
Catholic doesn't get a lot easier. They go home, but they have a bye as well, but they get Springfield in a couple of weeks. Pride always very tough. Beat WPI by a field goal earlier this year. Nyland gets out of bounds inside the 45. Chris Robertson said to us this week, we played good enough to beat some teams that maybe weren't as good this year, and played almost good enough to beat some really good teams. RPI, they were in it late before falling in that rivalry game, and then had an opportunity with a field goal attempt to draw even and get back into the Springfield game, but fell to Springfield in a game where they got some injuries in that game as well.
Springfield's been a perennial power for a long time.
Good kick from Harrington. Fair catch from Garcia at the 11-yard line.
Looks like you'll see some backups at WPI, get some playing time here in the 4th quarter, which is good.
The good news for WPI is the bye. You get healthy, but they've already got a couple of guys back in Malafronte and Tommy Farraco. And the play of Lou Du has been outstanding here over the last couple of weeks, and again here today. Downfield looking for Sheffers, and incomplete with Tim McQuaid in coverage. McQuaid's been around a lot of the receivers today.
Yeah, they keep trying to throw that fade to their left, and they haven't had much success. The only time the guy caught a ball, it was called offensive pass interference. So WPI's defense has been outstanding all day today.
Here's Chance LeGrand. Hadn't seen him for quite some time. He takes the ball.
Yeah, it seems like he hasn't played since the second quarter.
Yeah, he was the starting tailback, and coming off a big game a week ago against Coast Guard. But it's been a situation where Brian Millar has just been a little bit more of a spark and had some more reps in the middle of the game. 3rd and 10. Berger. Pressure coming. Ostrowski's chasing him. Throws into space. Mikhail White with the catch, and White is over to the 30-yard line. It's a first down for Catholic. They targeted White a few times, and that's a first real connection for good yardage.
Ball's marked at the 26-yard line, 14-yard pickup, 1st and 10.
Under 4 minutes to play. Blitz coming. And they hit LeGrand, and a quick hitter. Malafronte with a good hit. Otherwise, LeGrand had some room to run.
It's a good read there, good tackle.
By number 15, Malafronte.
Again, 3 yards, you'll give him 3 yards.
3-yard pickup to the 30, 2nd down and 6.
WPI bringing some pressure here now. And Ostrowski getting the quarterback, but he gets it away. It's incomplete. Good pressure coming from the Engineers. They're showing some blitz packages here late in the game. Now, it'll be a good win for WPI, but still probably not that complete game that Chris Robertson wanted. So they have some week or two to get that sorted out. Up the middle, oh, big time pressure coming from Ostrowski, and Kirkcatch, and he has to throw it away, does Berger. Nick Ostrowski bringing the fire. Let's go down to the sidelines and check in with Brenna Wilson. Brenna.
Should the results stand, head coach Chris Robertson is 1 win away from his 50th win as a football coach and 125 wins as an overall coach. He was the WPI baseball coach for about 6 years here.
All right, so if he wins today, he gets to 50 and 125. Didn't even realize that C-Rob was the baseball coach early in my career covering that team. I guess we covered him. We must have covered him at least once or twice. Oh, Pesh gets leveled as he does not call for a fair catch. Hangs on inside the 35. C-Rob actually was a pretty good baseball coach. He set some standards for.
Did they go to the World Series one time?
Got him to ECAC or something like that,
yeah.
and of course Mike Callahan took over for him. Does a great job here. But C-Rob was the defensive coordinator for Ed Zaloom, and then the head baseball coach here at WPI. Three minutes to play, and WPI with the starting offense on the field, and Nyland's give is to Win for a yard.
Win the ball carrier.
So,
you know what, though, Andy? Again, as a coach, you just can't help yourself. You're always gonna be, thinking things to improve on. However, if you told Coach Robinson before the game 24-0, he'd take it.
Yeah,
especially on the defensive side. And again, like he's, as a good coach as he is, you're always going to try to improve. But 24-0, especially on the defensive side of the ball, you can't get any better than that.
He'll take that. There's no question. There's Win, firing ahead. A couple more yards there for the freshman. Timeout taken by Catholic. So they want to establish maybe a little momentum, try to get something on the board. Now, WPI had a shutout going last week and gave up a late score, I think with about a minute left to Maine Maritime. So, and it was a big play. That'll be on the minds of the defense should they get back out on the field. They'll want to see this one through. Again, a defense plan. A defense plan without Jack Jarolskis. A defense plan without Luca Sarasani. And Sarasani's actually on a headset. And he's involved in the action down there with C-Rob and his defense. Robertson, we saw Ostrowski on the last play, loves to work with the linebackers, and Ostrowski's one of the guys, one of those Central Mass guys.
He's got a lot of kids from Central Mass.
Yeah.
Great.
They do a tremendous job recruiting Central Massachusetts players. This one's complete to Firer. He's got a first down over the 45 to the 47. Yeah, this is a national university, obviously. It's a highly acclaimed university, and it's a national recruiting process for football players. But Chris Robertson and his staff say they have a pretty good, priority to go out and mine the backyard of Central Massachusetts, and they get some good guys. And guys that have to make the grade, too, to get in. And, they've had some good Central Mass guys contributing in recent years. There's a run up the middle for a yard and a timeout taken by Catholic.
I understand the idea of playing for 60 minutes, but now after you've already used one timeout, calling another one here, you're not going to get the ball back. They could just run another play. If they call it timeout, you could probably take a knee and almost take it to the end. But, I guess if you're preaching to your players, let's play for 60 minutes, you coach for 60 minutes. So
the only good thing is high school football, you get 5 timeouts.
Right.
College, you don't.
Right.
Thank goodness it's not a high school timeout situation here. We did a Catholic Memorial St. John's game, and it was a 20-point spread, and CM was calling timeouts in the last minute. It's like, what? That game was like a Red Sox-Yankees playoff game. It went like 4 hours. $24-0, likely going to be the final here. Second down play coming up for WPI. The give is to Win. Win powering through. He's got a first down to the 40-yard line. And Brandon Wynn making the most of it.
Yeah, he's had a good day today, coming in off the bench for an injury, and he's run hot every play.
He had Isaac Patry there with him, one of his offensive linemen leading the way, and now some fresh bodies coming in for WPI.
Probably take a knee here.
They're going to get into that victory formation with a minute and change to play. Take the play clock all the way down.
My absolute favorite play in the hall of the playbook, Andy. Right here.
Quick knee there, and probably have to do it one more time. And WPI will run their record to 4-0. Chris Robertson is going to get his 50th win as a football head coach. He had 11 at Salve Regina. And he's coming off a year where his team went 9-2. Says his team, he wants his team to be an elite Division III program. They're not there yet, but they are a work in progress. And in the last 3 seasons, the guys he's brought in, the teams, the way they've worked, Chris Robertson, one of the good young coaches in Division III, and he's got his engineers trending the right way. 24-0 WPI over Catholic. Coach, still a work in progress, but a win is a win, and they're moving forward.
Absolutely. You can build off of that going into the bye week. Great job by WPI today.
Our next game on Charter TV3, Assumption College hosting Southern Connecticut. You can see that one on October the 13th at 7 p.m. Well, for all of us here at Charter Communications, Charter TV3, I'm Andy Lacombe. For Terry Wallace, Brenna Wilson, Sean Grady in the truck, and our entire crew. Thanks for watching, everybody. Again this afternoon, WPI going to 4-2 on the season with a 24-0 win over the Catholic Cardinals. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.